Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Back at you with a new video. Today is Tuesday, August 29th, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORIONNWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Oakland Athletics versus the Seattle Mariners. Game number 2 in the set. George Kirby with a late scratch illness. So Luke Weaver will get the start. His ERA is a little bit above 6. So hopefully he can keep it under 5 runs or less. And we're going to get first pitch started here in about 9 minutes. A little disappointed about no George Kirby, just like Julio Rodriguez went out with a late scratch, either food poisoning or had the bubble guts. And I'm not really sure if the same case is for George Kirby because we're in a different city. We're in Seattle. We're not on the road. We're not in Chicago. So hopefully things will get okay for George Kirby, and we're going to see him again. A little unfortunate, but luckily I didn't make the thumbnail with George and then had to make someone else. I was already planning on putting J.P. Crawford on the thumbnail. First place in the American League West, Seattle Mariners, 75-56. Second place, Rangers, 74-57. And then the Astros in third place. I love that. Let's go. Let's get into the thumb, and then let's go into the starting lineups. Simple in the building. What's good? To be honest, I don't even know if I would bet on this game because both pitchers are terrible. Our hitters are much better than theirs, but we just don't really know what Luke Weaver's going to do. We picked him up from the Reds. His ERA is a high 6. So this could end up being an awesome game for the Mariners, or it could be a fucking disaster and we lose. So the lineup is great. The lineup is an A lineup, but the pitcher might be like a D or an F, like as far as just getting a guy that barely has played for us at all. So I don't know if I would be betting on this game at all, to be very honest with you. Sarah in the building. What's good? How are you? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. There we go. I mean, like I said, I think there is a good chance that we can still win this game because even if Weaver sucks, right, and he gives up a few runs, I think we should still be able to get 5 runs or more. So as long as Weaver doesn't give up 6, 7, 8 runs before we pull him, and I think we'll pull him before then, the mid relievers can make it up after he does shitty, if he does shitty. Or he might end up surprising and pitching really, really well. And then we end up having a regular game for the Mariners. So I don't know, but there is a good chance that he doesn't do that well. And then the backups, the mid relievers and the setup guys and the closers are going to have to clean it up, after. But our hitters are better than the athletic hitters. So just based on that simple fact, if you're going to bet Mariners, I think there's still a good chance that we can win, even if our pitcher is, kind of new, not really, established himself, and it's not one of our main guys. We literally just threw this guy into the lineup. So we'll see where it goes. And obviously, I didn't put Luke Weaver on the thumb, which I'm not going to do. So we'll see where it goes. All right, baby. You already know what it is. We got Seth Brown on the left and J.P. Crawford on the right. I figured if it's not Julio, J.P. Crawford deserves to be on the thumb for as great that he's played, lately in the last, couple months, especially obviously before the injury, after the concussion. He was a little slow, but he's starting to get back into the rhythm of things. That's big facts. All right, let's get into the starting lineups. All right, leading off for the Athletics, first baseman Ryan Noda. Batting second baseman Zach Gela. Cool photo. Batting third, right fielder Seth Brown. Batting cleanup and batting fourth, designated hitter Brent Ruka. Batting fifth, left fielder Tony Kemp. Batting sixth, third baseman Jordan Diaz. Batting seventh, center fielder Lawrence Butler. And they might need 4 and 4. They might need 8 runs to beat the Mariners today. I hope so. Batting eighth, catching for Oakland, Shea Langeliers. That's another cool one. I like that jersey helmet combo. And batting ninth, shortstop Nick Allen. And on the mound for the A's, Ken Waldachuk. And with Ken Waldachuk, 2-7 record with a 6.05 ERA. So we have been getting lucky when we're going against the White Sox, the Royals, and the A's. It seems like almost every motherfucking pitcher they got has got an ERA above 5, which is great for the Mariners, but we just don't want our pitcher. We're leading the Major League Baseball on team ERA. We don't want to have Luke fucking Weaver in there. It's supposed to be George Kirby. I guarantee if we had Kirby today, we would just beat the shit out of this team. But now with Luke Weaver, we may lose, but hopefully we won't. So we'll see where it goes. Athletics, I see you. And let's get into the Seattle Mariners. I see you, JP. You've earned the right to be on the thumb. All right, leading off for the Mariners, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Batting second, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Can we get another homer today? Possibly. Bring out the trident, baby. We need you today more than ever, especially if Luke Weaver's pitching. You feel me? Batting third, the most underrated third baseman in Major League Baseball. Maybe not as good as Manny Machado or Nolan Arenado, but right after those two guys, he's right there. Third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, Gino. Batting cleanup and batting fourth, designated hitter for Seattle tonight, Teoscar Hernandez. Batting fifth, catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Cal. Batting sixth, first baseman, Ty France. Batting seventh, left fielder, Dylan Moore. Batting eighth, right fielder, Dominic Canzone. And batting ninth, second baseman, Jose Caballero. And on the mound for the Mariners, and I wish they had some more Seattle photos because I would rather use those than the previous team that he was on, but they don't got enough photos of him on the internets yet. 2-4 record with an ERA of 6.75. Fuck my life. Luke Weaver. And hopefully Luke will play good for us today. Both guys have an ERA of 6. So this could end up being a game where we both score 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 runs. But hopefully, Luke Weaver will play better than expected, and maybe we can hold them to 5 or less, and then we put up somewhere between 7 and 10. So we'll see where it goes, and let me get to see everybody that is in the room right now. Simple is in the room. What's good, brother? How are you? Sarah's in the building. How are you? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. Let's get it. Yes, lots of moves, lots of cuts, lots of trades. Big Nuts Will Lutz, going back with his former coach to the Broncos was a little surprising, but not really because he's had some injuries. But then it also gives Sean Payton a little comfort level with someone that he loved and obviously had respect for. And then you're going to see Will Lutz on the Saints. No. Now on the Broncos. And I imagine Will Lutz might be pissed because now you're going from a team that might go to the NFC Championship game to a team that might be one of the worst in the NFL, but you do get to link up with your old coach, and that's why he brought you in to try to make Denver better. And they also have another kicker waiting in the wings for the Saints, so they'll be fine. But I imagine some Saints fans will be a little triggered, and they may be a little upset. So we may see some Will Lutz comments in the chat from a Saint fan in the next couple days. We will see. Megan in the building. What it is, what it do. How are you? Mariners are the better team, right? But again, if you don't have a good starting pitcher and the ERA is 6, that doesn't mean that Luke Weaver is going to throw a no-hitter or throw for 8 to 10 Ks. He might get pulled within the first 2 to 4 innings. I mean, just depending on how good he does or how bad he does. So, yes, I believe that our hitters are a million times better. They don't really have anyone to compete with us, but that doesn't mean that we can possibly drop a game. I don't think we will, but you never know. It might be a lot closer than people think. Yeah, I like I said, if I felt 100%, like if George Kirby's pitching and with the lineup that we have, A pitcher, A lineup, shitty ass fucking A's, we could still lose. We've seen that happen before where we have like, oh my God, Kirby's pitching. We got an A lineup, Julio, everyone's in there, everyone's raking, and then whatever it is, the A's have the game of their life, their World Series, like, game of their life, and then we lose. But I really think that at this point, I still think we're gonna win. But I don't know if I would necessarily bet on this game. I would wait maybe until tomorrow. So we'll go from there. Zachary in the building. Let's go Mariners. And imagine all those people that paid good money to see George Kirby, right? And then now you're not going to get George Kirby. You're going to have to, get Zach Wheeler. But it is a pop night, giveaway night. It looks like. So at least that the kids got their designated pop. I don't know who it was. Was it J.P. Crawford on the pop, possibly there? So we will see. Simple said Weaver is him. I hope so. We will see. Hey, well, if you sleep in on someone's stream, either mine or his, it's no big deal. It happens. You need to be able to get your mental health and your rest as well. Yeah, wouldn't it be crazy if Weaver ends up going for like 10 Ks, something like that? Like he comes in here and we're expecting him to do shitty, and then he ends up like having a complete game, or he throws for like 10 Ks or something crazy like that. So, yeah, the lineup is great. But again, once baseball fans, get acclimated, the game changes. Once the starting pitcher goes out, it's a whole nother ball game. So I'm rooting for him. I hope he does well, but we'll see. Oh, now I just got a message that no Julio either. That Julio got a scratch from the lineup. So that's not good. So now I got to be able to readjust the lineup as well, if that is true. Yep. So Julio is out. So now we have Cade Marlowe in. So I got to change the lineup here real quick. God damn it. What are we just trying to lose this game? Definitely don't bet on this game because if we don't have him in there. All right, here we go. Luke Weaver. First pitch, right down the middle. All right, let me adjust the lineup here too. I got to bring this other screen down. That way I can still call the game, and then we can get the lineup situated. Damn it. No fucking George Kirby and no Julio. Come on. All right, so I gotta switch this around. All right, so we got Gino is going to be batting second. All right, Teoscar moves to third. So let me just get this lineup situated here real quick. And then we got Cal Raleigh in fourth. So pretty much everyone's in the same spot, except we just have to adjust Julio. Ty Francis in fifth. I mean, come on. I mean, we're trying to get Julio a rest and all. I get it, but come on. What about the fans? Here we go. One away. No George Kirby and no Julio. I would be pissed. Give me a refund. It's cool that they got the JP pop or whatever, but that doesn't make up for the fact of not being able to see Kirby and fucking Julio. Imagine if that was the one game that you were going to go to all year and you drove from Oregon 3.5 hours and you get no Kirby and you get no Julio, but you're already there because it was a 3-hour drive. Come on. Come on. You got to give those people like a free t-shirt and some other extra free shit. Come on now. I know it's a late scratch, but still. I'd be pissed. I'm a Mariner fan, but I'm real. All right, and then we got Cade Marlowe. All right, let's put Cade in the lineup. All right, we're in the top of the first. 1 out, 0-0, 0-1 count. Geloff popped up. See you later. 2 away. Let's go, Cade. I do like Cade Marlowe, so I'm cool. I'm cool that he's playing, but yeah, we're definitely going to be experimenting with lineups today. But again, I want to be able to stay hot. We don't want to drop a game, like get all cocky and think we're going to win without Julio or Kirby. All right, here we go. All right, got him in the lineup. All right, give me a sec here. All right. All right, I'm good now. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Nothing like, making some adjustments to the lineup. Let's go Mariners. Rest. Just because we're trying to go for the home stretch, right? And obviously we think that we can win this game without them. And the A's just homered. Come on. 1-0 Athletics. You got to be fucking shitting me. And that is why, Rooker leading all of the statistics, you want to keep Julio in. And like what happens? As soon as you take Kirby out with the scratch, and now Julio, obviously not in, Rooker with a fucking homer. Just like that. God damn it. Rooker, and he's leading in most of the statistics for the Athletics. I haven't seen it on the screen yet, but obviously it's above here through the ESPN thread. And there it is, Rooker. Oh, it wasn't a home run. It was inside the park home run? What happened here? Oh, maybe it's the next batter after that. I thought, oh, it's a homer for sure. Okay, so it was Brown homered. Okay. Well, if Brown homered, then wouldn't it be 2-0? Unless he gets thrown out at third or something, or there's something happens to him, like where there's a diving catch that was missed out there in the outfield. If that's Julio, that doesn't happen. So now it's 2 outs, and then I guess Brown was up beforehand, and then I didn't get to see it. That's what happened. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, brutal. Sickness, Silva. Okay, that makes sense. So Seth Brown was up prior when I was flipping the stream and I was doing the lineup change. He homered, and then now we have obviously Tony Kemp in the lineup. That makes more sense. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And I put Seth Brown on the thumbnail 2 days in a row. I should have known better. I knew he was going to probably do something big, homer or something of that nature. Now we're already done 1-0. And again, this pitcher has got an ERA of 6. So, we don't expect a whole lot from him. We got to make sure we hold it under 5. See, this is exactly why I told you not to bet on this game. You got to listen to me, remember? And like I said, if I always have any doubts, I'm not going to let you bet. Okay? Let them know. And it was supposed to be George Kirby, and they scratched Julio at the last second, too. But again, these are the games that you don't want to drop. You want to win these, too, as well. You don't want to just get, cocky and think that we're going to be able to win. And I get it, giving Julio some rest. But we also want Julio to be, in rhythm, So I guess they'll save it for tomorrow. But we'll see. And tomorrow we have an early game. Tomorrow's game is at 1 o'clock Pacific time. And those are the games that typically we don't do good at. So, those are like the last game in the set. We're playing early. We're going to be playing at 1 o'clock, 1:10. And we have Bryce Miller pitching, but the lineup might be ass. So we will see. Preston, boo, boo. Just because you are a Ranger fan, boo. Hey, you might be able to get us with the Dallas Stars, but you ain't on the same level as the Mariners. And, if you ended up betting on this game, I wouldn't have done that. So, again, you always have to make sure you're looking, on who's pitching and who's getting pulled. And unfortunately, Kirby got pulled about an hour before the game started. Julio got pulled about 5 minutes before the game got started. So, there we go. Throw to first. And there we go. He gave up a homer to Seth Brown, but other than that, it is what it is. And hopefully Seth Brown doesn't do it many, many times. All right, let's go into the Mariner lineup. And obviously I had to change the lineup. Otherwise, I would have saw the goddamn homer. But, I tried to get the lineup all situated here since Julio got scratched. All right, leading off for the Mariners in the bottom of the first inning, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Batting second, taking Julio's spot with the late scratch, third baseman Eugenio Suarez. And batting third, DHing for Seattle, Teoscar Hernandez. Let's go, baby. We're going to need a big, big game out of JP today. Let's go. Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. Let's go, Mariners. Boo, Rangers. Let's go. There you go. That's something that we can agree on. If we both get in and they don't, or if they have a harder time to get in, honestly, I would have more pleasure beating the Astros initially, like, early on, like wild card or, ALDS, if we can end up beating, the Astros and then end up playing the Orioles, because I think you and the Orioles will battle it out. And I'm going to be rooting for the Orioles, no lie. No necessarily hate against the Rangers or, other teams like the Blue Jays, but I don't care about the Astros. That's really the only one I dislike. Everyone else, I don't care. If the Rangers, do their business, good for them. But I want Orioles, Mariners, ALCS, Dodgers, Braves, and LCS. That's what I personally want. And I imagine you want the same thing. You would want to play us or, someone like the Orioles in that spot. So, all right, baby, let's go. Waldachuk with a ERA of 6 as well. Come on, JP. I got you on the thumbnail today. So if you're just tuning in, a little bit of drama, for us Seattle fans. George Kirby had some kind of, I don't know, stomach bug. Julio got it in Chicago. We thought it might have been food poisoning, right? Or either the bubble guts. But George Kirby got a late scratch about an hour before the game started. Thank God I didn't start doing the thumb at that point, right? And I put JP Crawford on it instead. And then with about 5 minutes before the game started, they scratched Julio for rest, just because he's been playing so much. But that might come back to bite us if we lose this game. So hopefully we can do it because our Luke Weaver, it's not even like a Brian Wu or someone like that or a Logan Gilbert, which we would have felt better, or like an Emerson Hancock. It's a guy that we just fucking threw in there that we just acquired from the Reds. So, I guess on the bright side, their pitcher is ass as well, but we have to get to 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits, or there's no way we're winning this game. Even as shitty as the A's are, we're going to have to get to 5. No Julio, no George Kirby. That's a hell of a lot more pressure in this game. So we'll see where it goes. But I guess, like I said, the only bright side that we can say is Luke Weaver's 2-4 with a 6.75 ERA. Waldachuk 2-7 record with a 6.05 ERA. So by the time the game is over, hopefully his ERA will match Weaver's, and we'll rough him up a little bit. We got a broken belt for one of the A's. Equipment change. And obviously early on in the top of the first inning, Seth Brown, I put him on the thumbnail yesterday and today just because I figured, this is going to be a guy that will do something besides him and Brent Rooka, who's playing cleanup. And lo and behold, there he is. And then he ended up homering. So I don't know if JP will homer today. He's been pretty hot as of late. But it's a 1-0 athletic lead, as you can see above me on the scoreboard. And hopefully that we can end up putting up at least some decent amount of hits and runs. And it's going to have to come from the top end of the lineup. JP Crawford, Flores, Teoscar, Cal Raleigh, Ty France. Not a whole lot of expectations from Dylan Moore, Dominic Canzone, Cade Marlowe, or Jose Caballero. But if we do get production from Dylan, Dom, Cade, and Jose, this one's over. This one's over for sure. But I assume that half of those guys in the 6 through 9 holes might not do that well. Gino popped up, routine play to center field. 2 away. Come on, Gino. We're going to need your bat today. You're great at defending. All right, but we're going to need your bat. Hopefully next time around we can get a solo shot or a 2-run homer from Gino. Gino homering today is a possibility for sure. Next up, DHing for Seattle, who's been very, very hot as of late, Teoscar Hernandez. Started off the year kind of cold. Took him, 17 at-bats to get his first hit. I remember that at the beginning of the year, so like 4 games in to get his first hit. And obviously was leading the American League in strikeouts for a good chunk of the season, but has been connecting and being a little bit more patient and not just reaching for fucking anything, which is nice. Pitch in the zone. Called for a strike, 1-1 count. 7-game hitting streak for Teoscar, 419 average, 4 homers, 12 ribbies with a 1.276 OPS. I would say that is hot, hot, hot. Very electric. Let's go. Big swing and a miss. Street media. Kirby was supposed to play, but then he had the bubble guts like Julio did in Chicago. So I don't know if it's bad food or an illness like a cold or a flu. It's not COVID, so he'll be back next start, but just couldn't go. And obviously, if Kirby can go, he's going to go, just like when Julio had the bubble guts, or the food poisoning in Chicago. If those guys are going to go, they're going to go. But especially against a team like this, we're trying to gain momentum, and we're trying to separate ourselves from the Astros and the Rangers. So definitely a little disappointed with that. But again, we have an early start tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have Julio tomorrow. A little bit of the bubble guts. Sonics Joe said I'd play with COVID. Well, it wouldn't be good for the rest of the team. Pop foul. 2-2 count. Yeah, we don't need to have an epidemic, Sonics Joe. We need to win. All right, but we don't need to risk our players like that as well. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Damn it. All right, I'll give Waldichuk a little love. Can't be a hater, and we want to make sure we win this game. No Kirby, bubble guts, or some kind of flu. And then Julio was a late night scratch about 5 minutes before the game. And then luckily I didn't put him on the thumbnail because that was going to do Kirby or Julio. And Kirby was scratched about an hour before the game started. So I actually got a message from the beat writer from the Mariners. And then I was like, oh, is this legitimate? I didn't see anyone else report it. Even the Mariners didn't report it right away. So I had to wait. And then I was like, okay, this guy knows his information. He's in the dugout. So, all right, Ken. I see you. Let's see what Ken's got cooking so far. All right. So Waldichuk, 1 inning pitch, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, 1 K. I see you. And then obviously with Weaver, 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, no Ks just yet. And I don't know if we're going to get any. Both pitchers have a 6 or a 6.77 ERA. So not ideal. Both pitchers are ass. So hopefully we can end up putting up a few runs against these Oakland Athletics. We'll see. We will see. Let's get into the starting lineup or the lineup for this upcoming inning. I have to switch streams here real quick. I don't put up with lag. Anything that's lagging or whatever, if it's fucking not doing the job, I'm not gonna sit there. I'm gonna move on. So. All right, next up for the Athletics, third baseman Jordan Diaz. Batting second, center fielder Lawrence Butler. And batting third, catcher Shea Langeliers. All right, come on, Mariners. I don't even know what to think. I mean, anybody but fucking Luke Weaver. Fuck. But again, I guess you got to give guys an opportunity to play to see if they're going to be a part, of the rotation or not. I mean, doesn't even have any goddamn Mariner photos because he's just barely been here. 2-4 record, 6.75 ERA, and then obviously we picked him up from the Reds. All right, come on, Luke. I mean, I like the photos. It's just you're in the Cincinnati Red. You're not in the Mariner Blue. So, Rooftop in the building. What's good? Yeah, no worries, man. Just grinding. No Julio, late night scratch, 5 minutes before the game started, and then obviously George Kirby with the bubble guts or the flu or cold. It's not COVID, so not ideal. Both pitchers are ass. It's not like we even got Brian Wu in there or Emerson Hancock, someone that we could, or Logan Gilbert. We're like, oh, these guys are out, then this guy's in, no problem. But I still think we can win this game. But the magic number is going to be 5 runs. 7 to 10 hits. So, how are you doing, bro? Yeah, we will be able to do that sometime. I see you. You got a great voice. Like I said, we got to keep it in the family. Brothers with another mother. Obviously, the Asian sensations got to stick together, right? But you got a great voice, and I know you have the passion. You get frustrated, right? But you got your boy Trident as well. You guys are doing your thing, and yeah, we'll definitely have to link up sometime and try to do a show together for sure. Top of the second, A's 1, Mariners 0. So if you're looking for, obviously, with me, I'll be doing the live play-by-play and reactions. And at some point, I might even do reaction videos to the MLB highlights once we get into, the playoffs. But I normally stick to like NFL and college football for those. But if you are looking for reactions, to certain big plays or, some hot takes or certain things that he'll post on Instagram, check out Rooftop Mariner. Lives in the Pacific Northwest with your boy. And we love the Mariners all day, every day. So, and kind of a different generation and age bracket. I'm a little bit older. And so obviously I, started watching in the mid 80s, And then you obviously started watching around the Ichiro time, it sounds like, which is nothing wrong with that. So you're going to get a little bit of perspective, young and old. And if you're looking for some Mariner coverage, check out Rooftop Mariner on Instagram. And obviously, he's got a YouTube channel as well, and it puts out different content. So I got you. Yeah, Korean, Japanese, Asians, the sensations. What to do? Yeah, I grew up with a lot of Korean friends growing up, so I already know how that goes. I mean, if you got Asian parents, chances are they're yellers, and you probably got yelled at a lot as a kid growing up. That's big facts. Popped up. Dylan Moore to the warning track. One away. But keep doing your thing, brother. I mean, like I said, YouTube is not easy to break through. Obviously on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, much easier. But if you're doing YouTube, I think it's even harder than Twitch to break through. Obviously, Twitch is primarily for video games, but they have other people that do streams. But YouTube has the most amount of people on its platform. So when you have like 150 million other YouTube channels you're competing with, even if it's not sport related, it's tough to break through. You have to be consistent. You have to have talent. Bottom line, you have to have a good voice. You have to be talented. Have to have a good thumbnail. Have to have a good background. Have to know what you're talking about. It's not easy, but keep doing your thing, brother. Top of the second, 1-0 Athletics. Let's go. Shea Langeliers is in the box. 0-1 pitch is low from Weaver. 1-1 count. Yeah, and if I wasn't in the process of moving, we would have already did a show together already. But like I said, you just kind of caught me at a point where I was in the middle of a move and a breakup with a girlfriend that I was with for about 8 years. So a lot of shit was going on. Me being able to get my pup, and going through that process and moving. It was just kind of at a stage where I needed to kind of get settled in. So, but keep doing your thing, brother. Top of the second, 1-0 Mariners. He said Korean, Japanese. Yeah, Japanese and Czechoslovakian and European. You throw a dartboard at a European map, and I might be a little bit of that. Yeah, yeah, long time. The one before that was about 6 or 7 years. So, I'm not single. Usually I'm, with somebody. But in those two relationships, they were terrible. They weren't good. Sometimes it's better to be by yourself than be in a toxic relationship. That's big facts. But honestly, it got to a point where, I was like, the dream is more important, and the dream and with this and the pup, if I'm getting disrespected, I got to be able to stay on my focus and my grind. And that was a big reason why, things, were maybe I stayed in that particular situation a little bit longer than I should have. Top of the second, 1-0 Athletics. Runner at first, one away, 2-2 count from Weaver, whose ass, Shea Langeliers in the box. Popped up, foul, 2-2 count. Yeah, but again, we don't have Julio. We don't have Kirby. We're down 1-0. You can't put the blame of Mariners doing Mariners things, Nedner. All right? It's like we got a pitcher that we weren't expecting to pitch before an hour ago, and it's not even one of our guys in the starting rotation. It's a newbie. Right? And then we scratched Julio 5 minutes before the game. So if we have Kirby and Julio, we win this game by probably 7 runs or more. Langeliers, back, gone. There it is. 3-0 Athletics. Not surprised. And that's why it's so important, to be able to have good pitching. It shows you we were number 1 in ERA as a team, and that's why if you're Scott Service, you don't put in a motherfucker like Luke Weaver in the game. You find someone else to put in there, even if it's a Brash or whoever, And also, too, if we're going to compete on this type of level where it's actually going to be fair, you don't fucking scratch Julio if Kirby was fucking scratched an hour before. You don't do it. You need Julio because you don't know what you're going to get from JP, Eugenio, Teoscar, Cal, Ty. You need Julio in the lineup. So that was a strategic move that failed, and hopefully we can come back and win. But you want to be able to keep win streaks going. You don't want to drop one, and this is like their World Series to them, 3-0 A's. But with all that being said, I still think we can come back and win. I don't think that this is completely over. It doesn't look good early, but again, you still got the starting pitching in right now. So Yeah, but it's again, this is a pitcher that that they just threw in there. It's not like we've been playing Weaver all season and we know that he's ass. Like I said, if it ended up being like Emerson Hancock, this could have still happened. You could have had Logan Gilbert in at this stage filling in. This could have still happened. It's not like our pitchers are invincible. Just because a team is shitty doesn't mean you can't play down to the competition. Just like in the NBA and the NFL and college football. But Weaver is ass. We will all agree to that. This motherfucker is giving up more hits in this fucking first couple innings than most of our pitchers have put up or given up in 6 or 7 innings. So, yeah. But again, once we pull him, right? Once we pull him, maybe in the next inning, if he gets out of this inning, then we can put someone else in because there's no point, keeping this guy going. Well, it's also too giving guys an opportunity to see if they can do something. It's like you have to understand that too. It's like Robbie Ray went out, we got Bryce Miller, so we didn't think that we would get someone better than that, right? So and then obviously you have Marco Gonzalez go down when he's 4-1, actually played pretty good, right? And then we got Brian Wu, even though the record hasn't been good, but he throws with confidence, and we like that. So, but this guy is just like we didn't really have a whole lot of options unless we would have put in like Brash starting or Topa, and then that would have been kind of those guys weren't prepared. You know what I mean? Like literally Kirby was supposed to start, and then they had an hour to decide, and they didn't want to fuck up the rotation. We got Bryce Miller tomorrow, so literally they had probably only 2 guys that could pitch, and this was one of them. So they were just like, "Fuck it, I guess this is what we have to do," and obviously we're paying the price now. So, Shep, what's good, brother? I'm doing okay. We're down 3-0, but I'm doing all right. And I am going to start the fantasy football league up pretty soon. So I know you want to be in it. I imagine Chief wants to be in it, me and Sarah. So it'll be us 4. And then I'll end up doing a video on YouTube letting people know that I'm going to be doing that. And then we'll probably have 6 spots unless I have some of the other mods or regulars that want to be a part of it. And then we'll probably end up doing our fantasy football draft on Monday after the Mariner game against the Reds. That way we'll do it probably around 6 p.m. next Monday. I want to do it a few days before kickoff, and I want to make sure we do it after all the moves are done, so that way that it's an accurate draft. 1, 2, double play. There we go. It's really shitty, too, because George Kirby was supposed to pitch, right? Julio was supposed to play, and it was J.P. Crawford pop night. Imagine if you drove, like I drove from Oregon to go to this game, and this was like the only game I was going to go to, and I went for the pop, right? And then you get no Julio and no Kirby. I would want a fucking refund, but it is what it is. Sometimes you can't predict when someone gets the bubble guts or if you end up getting a cold or a flu. So, but with everything that's being said, it looks like 90% we're going to lose this game. But we also know the Mariners have been very, very hot, one of the hottest teams in baseball. So if we can get to 5 runs or more, 7 to 10 hits, fuck these guys. I know we could still come back. It's not looking good. But the main thing is we got to pull this motherfucker out by the next inning, get his ass out of there, bring someone else in, regardless if it ends up having to be like whoever, Brash, Topa, someone a couple innings early, and then maybe we can recover, after Weaver gets pulled, and then maybe we can hold them to under 5. And that's the funny thing is I told all my buddies, I was like, don't be surprised if this guy gives up 5 runs. His ERA is 6. So we'll see how it goes. All right. So I know you want to do it. But how many leagues are you doing? Are you going to be able to compete and you're doing one league and then you'll do ours? So. And we'll see if me and Rooftop will end up doing something. Jerry's losing his mind. And we're getting closer to the 20,000 sub mark, which is good. Let's take a quick update. We've been gaining some ground. We only need 114 subs to get to 20,000. 114. So we're definitely making some ground. I think I've gotten like 47 subs within, a matter of a few weeks. So obviously doing reaction videos is helping. And also the Mariners peaking is helping as well. So anybody that is new, if you can comment, let me know you're here, where you're from, who your favorite teams are, interact with me and the people in the room. That would be great. If you can like the video, that would be fantastic. If you feel inclined to donate or sub, that would be fantastic, but you don't need to. But I appreciate everybody in the room hanging out with your boy. Well, it's not fired for incompetence when George Kirby is about to shit himself. You can't put him out on the fucking mound if he's going to have Mr. Hankies flying everywhere, okay? You know, you got to be able to make the right decision. If the guy has the bubble guts, he doesn't want to shit himself on the mound, okay? So you could say absolute incompetence, but we don't want to see someone shit themselves on the mound, especially George Kirby, okay? All right, and then Julio was a late scratch 5 minutes before the game, giving him some rest. So it is what it is. Ricardo with a 250 dono. Appreciate you getting us going. Thank you very much. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. Ricardo with his very first dono to me ever on the channel. $2.50. I appreciate that. Run. Ty France fucking jogging to first base. Shit effort there. Come on, Ty. Ricardo, let me know what you want to see for a photo, your favorite player, past or present, and I'll throw up a couple photos for you. I appreciate you very, very much. He said, Fantasy League. You know it, brother. All right, 97.50 to hit the first goal. Much appreciated. Let's go. Lauren in the building. What's good? It's early. I mean, you guys have to understand. You guys are all freaking out. I've been a fan since 1985, probably before some of y'all were even fucking born. You got to fucking relax. All right, it's 3-0. It's the second inning. I watched a fucking game against the Orioles where we had 0 hits, 0 runs for 7 fucking innings. You want to talk about fucking depression? All right, that's what it was. Okay, and then what did we do? We got 6 in the fucking 8th and 2 in the 9th, and we ended up losing 9-8. But you know, we can fucking hit. All right. But again, with no Julio and no Kirby, it might take a little while. All right. So RELAX, relax. We're probably going to lose the game. All right. Run. There we go. Nice error by the A's. We'll take that. You guys are fucking freaking out and bitching and complaining. It's fucking the second inning. It's not the 9th. Come on. We got time. Oh, man. Everyone is so funny on my fucking phone right now. It's RELAX, man. I mean, and like I said, in that Orioles game, I mean, it didn't look like we were even going to get a hit. It looked like we were going to get a no-hitter on us. So, again, if we can go 7 innings, you know, a balk. There we go. You just got to be positive vibes here. Like Gino says, I'm all about positive vibes and positive energy, not that negative energy, not that haterade, all right? We were 10 games back, you know, before the All-Star break with the Rangers. Look where we're at now. Be thankful, okay? This is going to be year number 2 of about a 15 to 20-year run where we're consistently going to make the playoffs. And who knows, maybe we'll even end up getting to a World Series before Julio's career is over. And if we get Ohtani next year, you bet your ass we're going to be going to some World Series. And not only that, we're going to fucking win some. That's big facts. Mucho relaxo. You feel me? Let's go. Appreciate the help with the sharing there on the Twitter. Thanks, Lauren. I appreciate you. Pitches outside, 2-0 count. And again, the lineup necessarily isn't fantastic, especially with Julio out. We got JP, Suarez, Teoscar, Cal Raleigh, Ty France. That's good. But then Dylan Moore, Dominic Canzone, Cade Marlowe, Jose Caballero are not bad, but they're a little shaky. You know, you would feel a little bit better if the lineup was stronger, but like Rojas has been pretty good. He's not in the lineup. We don't got Mike Ford. You know, we'll be getting Tom Murphy and Kelenic back pretty soon. So we'll be all right. Still early. And remember, it's not like Weaver had an ERA of fucking 2 going into the game. Motherfucker's terrible. He's 2-4 with a 6.75 ERA. All right. And Waldichuk is a fucking ass as well. He's 2-7. He's got a shittier record for the A's on the mound. He's got a 6.05 ERA. So, I mean, you know, both guys have an ERA of 6, except our guy's closer to 7. I mean, you know, there's not a big difference there. They're both terrible. So, Hugo in the building. What's good? Hugo's like, I bet my life savings on the Mariners, not realizing that Julio got pulled 5 minutes before the game and Kirby an hour before the game. Come on, Dylan. And Ricardo, let me know what you want to see for photos. I got you. I was messaging Chief with Chief to see if he still wants to be in the league. I imagine he does. So we'll be doing a 10-man PPR. So it'll be very competitive. 3-0 A's, 2-2 pitch is low, 3-2 count. And what's really going to be critical for us to be able to bounce back from this, right, is going to be Dylan Moore. And I can't put him with the A's logo. We got to do it right. All right, Dylan Moore, Dominic Canzone, Cade Marlowe, and Jose Caballero. Now, if these guys can get hit by a pitch or walked or work the count, that'll help us kind of counteract this 3-0 lead. Like I said, and I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want anyone to get hit in the head. But if they get hit in the hip, get hit in the shoulder, getting hit by a pitch and getting walks is really going to help us kind of counterbalance the shit lineup. And then no Julio and no Kirby on the mound today. 3-2 pitch. Come on, Dylan. All the way to the wall. Damn it. End of the second inning, 3-0 A's. And again, once we get the starting pitching out, it'll be a whole new ball game. But what do you expect? No Julio, scratch 5 minutes before the game, Kirby, bubble guts, maybe a flu or a food poisoning. Shit happens. No, I actually took Paisley to get her nails trimmed and dremeled, and I washed her. And then I met up with a guy that worked at the grooming place that actually hooked me up with the Mariner bandana and gave me a new one, and told him about what I do about YouTube and how I met Griffey and all that. We were kind of exchanging stories. He grew up in California. We'd go to Angel games, back in the day. So we might see him in the stream at some point. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I mean, didn't have anything really too special. Just morning breakfast food, muffin, some cereal and whatnot, and then I'll end up having some. What am I going to have today? We'll have to wait and see. I probably won't end up eating dinner tonight until like 10 p.m. tonight. So. Yeah. But again, sometimes you got to give a guy a chance to see what they can do, or you don't have any other options. I mean, like I said, it's not like they said, okay, Kirby, he's not playing last night. Like it was an hour, like 45 minutes to an hour before like first pitch. That doesn't give you a whole lot of room to be like, okay, and you're not going to be like, okay, Bryce Miller, who's supposed to start tomorrow, you're starting. They're not going to do that. They're going to keep the guys in that, 5-day rotation. You're not going to have a guy pitch on 4 days, rest when they need to be pitching on 5 days. So we got Bryce Miller tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. But this does not surprise me one bit. I figured that he would give up, maybe 5 to 6 runs before he gets pulled. So, yeah. But again, if our batters come to play, we'll win this game. That's really the bottom line. We can bitch and complain about Weaver all day and all night, But again, if we play like we normally play Mariner baseball and we get 5 runs or more, 7 to 10 hits, we're going to win this game. It's just, can we get that without Julio? That'll be the real test. All right, let me get you some messy photos. Oh, it was a Julio pop. Oh, I thought it was a JP pop. That makes it even worse. You don't even have the guy play on his fucking pop night? God damn. Well, Mike Ford is in. Now Ty France is out. That's why he was running so slow to first base. I think he may be a hamstring, a hammy. God damn, everyone's going down. What the hell's going on today? All right, let me adjust the lineup now because I got to pull out the Ty France shit. So what happened to Ty? Did he get stepped on? What happened? What is it? His hand? What's going on with Ty? All right, let me get the Mike Ford photo in here. Good thing we at least have depth, you know. All right, let me get Mike Ford situated here. Up foul. All right, Mike Ford's playing first base. Ty France, I'll move you out of the lineup. And we got Zach Yeloff in the box. Top of the third, 3-0 A's. Come on, Mariners. And I don't know how long they're going to fucking play Weaver, but I would assume with just how thin we are, with an hour before the game, maybe, I don't know. I mean, are they going to really try to have Weaver go 6? You know, I mean, if he gives up 2, 3 more runs, I mean, they probably would still have him in there, I would assume. But I mean, goddamn, if we get down 6-0, that's a lot to make up. I got a couple messy photos for you, Ricardo, here in a second. I got an old school one, and then I got a new one from Miami. 1-2 pitch, pop foul. Oh, it's in play. Gino, there we go, one away. I appreciate you, bro. Messi, what do you know about the Qatar Foundation? And then hit you with the Miami. Miami Messi. It's like not even fair. Appreciate you with your dono. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, bro. Seth Brown, he's been connecting too. Like I said, I had him on the thumb 2 days in a row just because I felt that he was going to be one of the guys that would do something. Him and Ruka, but we'll see. All right, he's out. That's good. We don't want Seth Brown to keep going crazy. I mean, he already fucking homered today, so. Next up, DHing for the Athletics, Brent Ruka. Got to have faith, man. You know, you got to understand what it takes to be a Mariner fan. It's one thing if you're just betting on parlays or you're a fair weather Mariner fan or whatnot, but you know, for someone that's been watching since like the 70s or the 80s or even the 90s, you know, the Mariners haven't really been very good. I mean, like I said, out of my 35 years of being a fan, and I'm 41, you know, we've only had 4 good years. 4. 95, 97, 2001, last year. So, you know, RELAX, you know, this is going to be year number 2 of about a 15 to 20 year run. You know, some games we're going to win and some we're not, you know, we'll be fine. We can still win the division. We can still win the American League West. Broken bat. Weaver! Got him! There we go. Okay, I know you gave up, you know, the home run and everything, but that was a hell of an effort by Weaver to throw out that runner at first. Look at him. He immediately acting. There goes the broken bat. He said, fuck Gino, I'm going to get it. Throw to first. Got him to Mike Ford. Great play. You got to give the guy a little bit of credit there. There we go. Let's go, baby. We're only down 3-0. Just got to get 3 consecutive hits in a row. All right, let's go to the bottom of the third inning. You got 3 players with 30-plus homers and 6 players with 75 RBIs. That's kind of good. That's why you guys are the favorite to win the World Series this year, and you have been since the beginning of the year. But I'm still going to say Orioles, Mariners, ALCS, Dodgers, Braves, NLCS, and then we'll see what happens. At least that's what I'm hoping for. All right, next up for the Mariners, center fielder Cade Marlowe. Batting second baseman Jose Caballero. And batting third, shortstop J.P. Crawford. He's 0 for 1, so hopefully he can get going. We got him on the thumb for a reason. And something told me not to put Julio on the thumb. It's like, okay, at first I was going to put Kirby on the thumbnail. Then I was going to put Julio. But for whatever reason, it's like, I'm going to go JP. And then I'm glad I did that. Otherwise, I would have put Julio on the thumb like I did last time. And then they scratched him 5 minutes before the game with the bubble guts in Chicago or the food poisoning. So yeah, I don't think Ty's injury is serious. All right, come on, Cade. Let's go. I like these new guys stepping up for us. So positive vibes, positive energy, you know. And it's not like Kirby's out there and he gave up the 3 runs, you know. That would have been a little detrimental. Like you got one of the best pitchers in baseball, and then the A's knock him around for 3. But you know, not every pitcher is invincible. You know, every elite pitcher will get roughed up, even by the A's, the Royals, or the Nats. It fucking happens. It's a long season, 162 games. You know? Let's go, Cade. A little Jared Kelenic 2.0. I mean, I got the Griffey jersey on. I got the Mitchell and S Griffey cutoff tee underneath. We got the do-rag. We got the hat. I got the Mariner socks on. I got the chain. We're good. Relax. We got this. I mean, if we do lose, we're not going to lose with a shutout. We're gonna fight. That's what we're known for. Sometimes fucking up and then fighting and then trying to make up the difference. 2-2 pitch from Waldichuk. Check swing foul. Count still 2-2. Jerry says our first 5s need to carry. And we would have said that even if Kirby was pitching. It's always going to be the 6 through the 9 hole. You know, and what are we going to get out of the 6 through the 9 hole? You know? But now we got a 5 through the 9 hole because we got Mike Ford in there now too. So a little extra pop in the bat. Marlowe pops up, routine play, 1 away. And sometimes it takes time for rhythm to happen. You know, Uncle Mo momentum doesn't happen right away. But sometimes it does with J.P. Crawford when he homers or gets a base hit early. And when he does in the first inning, what happens? Julio does. And when those 2 guys get going, everyone else gets going. Suarez, Hernandez, Raleigh, Ford, it don't matter. France, you know, but when those 2 guys don't get going early, then it's a challenge. That's kind of how the Mariners go. So JP's playing still. Julio's out. So we got to wait for that inning to come. And when we get that inning, we'll get 1 to 4 runs. It's just what inning is that going to be? Is it going to be in the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, or could it start here in the 3rd? Probably not this inning, I would doubt. I would assume it's going to happen, but sometime between the 4th and the 8th inning. That's what I would assume. I don't know what inning it's going to be, but we're going to get an inning where we get 1 to 4 runs. But what inning is that going to be? We'll find out. Yeah, I hope so. It's possible. I mean, but our pitching has to, stay intact, and obviously we can't be playing fucking guys like this. Yeah, but also remember, for everyone that's upset like Jerry and a lot of other people, we could have had Julio play, Ty France still play, Kirby pitch, and we could have the A lineup in pitching, with Kirby, A lineup in the 1 through 9 hole, and still be down 3-0 right now. And people are still going to be moaning, bitching, and complaining. So, of course, it's not ideal to have all these other, backups coming in, but it's not like we haven't seen one of our A lineups on the pitching side, A lineups in the batting side, and we still get fucked up. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. Jose goes down with a strikeout. Nice arm sleeve. Next up, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Don't worry about it, Jerry. We got this. Have some faith. Faith. Let's go. Let's go, JP. Great two-way player. Great emotional leader. When JP was on the IL with the concussion, we were ass. But when he came back, he wasn't very good early, trying to just get in the rhythm of things, but he's starting to get hot again. And he's very instrumental to the success of the Mariners. Just as important as Julio. 1-1 pitch from Waldichuk. Chop foul, 1-2 count. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let him know. We've been gaining ground. Like I said, we've gained more subs in the last few weeks than probably in the last few months, honestly. But just adding reaction videos and doing more content for college football, NFL, and then I might end up doing some reaction videos on the NBA side and on the MLB side during the playoffs. I'm not going to probably do them now, but as we get to the playoffs, if the MLB has a really good highlight package, then maybe I'll start doing those, and then that could get us some more views also, and more subs and more donos too. So, pitch is low, 2-2 count. AL Central and the National League Central is fucking terrible. You got the Twins and the Brewers and everyone else is at booty cheeks. All right, we need 114 subs to get to 20,000. 114, that's good. Going from 160 now to 114, and then pretty soon it'll be 100, and then boom, 90, and then 50, and then we'll be there, and then we'll never look back. So, bottom of the third, 2 outs, 3-2 pitch. JP, yo, oh, just foul. Damn it. Yeah, the Central is terrible. It's all about the West and the East in the American League and the National League. The Central is just straight up booty cheeks. Straight up booty. Bottom of the third, 3-0 Oakland. Come on, Mariners. Yeah, we need to. We need everyone's support to be able to help out. But if you've also noticed, with the Mariners doing better, there's been an uptick of people on YouTube searching for, Mariner content, which is good. And I'm really the only full-time Mariner YouTuber that's out there. So I got to make sure that I'm putting out a good product. And we're going to end up growing a lot, with the Mariners and on the NFL and college football side. Oh, almost hit him, or did it? There we go. JP with a walk. Like I said, we have to get walks and we have to get hit by pitch. We have to get those to be able to come back in this game. Your boys got the ESP, I know. All right, here we go. JP to first. Next up, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, Gino. And the Ty France information they just said on air, it's a wrist contusion. So hopefully it's not serious. Come on, Gino. Gino homering could get the momentum back real quick. Or an RBI. Intergalactic in the building. What's good? Well, usually it's either the Twins or the Guardians, in that division. And obviously the Brew Crew look like, they were the hottest team besides the Mariners in the last 10 games, 9-1 record. Diamondbacks were 8-2. I'm always looking at everyone's stats in the league. And that's one thing that you're going to get here. It's not just like a Seattle Mariners stream. It'll be an A's stream, a Mariners stream, and we'll also talk about the league as a whole. So not very many people, can go in depth on the baseball side. Some people can do it on the NFL side, but not many people can do it on the baseball side. That's facts. Takes a lot of dedication to be able to watch 162 games. Pitches inside, 1-2 count. Matt's in the building. What's good? How's that Hawaii weather, brother? How are you, bro? Here we go. We got another one. 113 subs to go. 19,887. 113 to get to 20,000. That's a big number, right? And then we can hopefully go from 20 to 21,000, then 22, and then eventually 25 at some point. I just really need to be able to get into the algorithm because I really feel once we get into the algorithm, or maybe if the Mariners make the ALCS on top of the football content that I'm going to be doing, that it could be a really, really big moment for me in the channel. This last, part of the year, August all the way to December. Well, really August until February until we get to the Super Bowl. So, but I know we're going to get to 20,000, like no doubt. Before we hit January 1, yeah, we're going to get it. Hopefully, we get it within a couple weeks. Right? Past him, past the pitcher, force out at second, motherfucker. Damn it. JP should have been running harder there. Bill, how are you? My boy, William, how are you, brother? Thank you so much, for the do-rag. I know originally the first one was given out to give to Paisley, and I let her wear it a little bit. But normally I was like, when I see something Mariner and it's kind of swaggy, even if it's not really like a true bandana, it's like a cloth that you guys cut, from like the fabric and whatnot. Obviously, I got to be able to rock it, correctly. What I did notice though is about the new one, the way that it was cut, the Mariner logo and the S is sideways. So then if I was going to do it, it would have been like this instead of like up and down. I'm still going to use it, and I'll probably use it for Paisley. But I do appreciate you very, very much, everyone. Welcome, Bill, to the room. And obviously, I go to a certain location in Sherwood to get Paisley groomed. So, nails, trimmed and dremeled, and I do a self-wash. And usually when I, go to a place like that, or I go to Safeway with like Jeff, I usually, if I talk, baseball or, someone comments on my gear or whatever, we'll have a conversation. And then you end up meeting someone that's very, very cool, that has some history, that used to go to games when he was a young boy like I did, except he grew up in California, went to Angel games, got to see Jim Abbott and Vlad and a few other people. Like I got to see Griffey and showed him pictures of, me meeting Griffey and Koufax and whatnot. And I'm really happy that you're here. Kind of sucks that the Mariners, George Kirby had the bubble guts or maybe had the flu, right? Then he got scratched about an hour before. And Julio was scratched about 5 minutes before. Now we're down 3-0 to a team that's a bottom feeder in Major League Baseball. But I still think that we can come back. So we'll see how it goes. But how are you? Great to see you in the room. And I actually mentioned you at the beginning of the stream. One of our fans, Lauren Stewart, he lives in Canada, and he's a Blue Jay Mariner fan as well, has ties with both teams. So I think you guys would bond really well. So when he gets in here, I mean, he's married, he had kids, and he's very busy and whatnot. But when you and Lauren, Bill, are in the room together, you guys will definitely vibe because you guys both have good Blue Jay information. So let's go, baby. Sour in the building. What's good? How are you, bro? No, we got Waldachuk is pitching for the A's, and then we have Weaver that's in. So both guys have an ERA of 6. The problem is Weaver, right? They don't even have any good Mariner photos of him yet, right? Weaver's 2-4 with a 6.75 ERA, and based on how he's played so far, that ERA looks like it's going to get to like 9 or 10 because he's not very good. But then as far as Waldachuk is concerned, and I haven't looked at his nationality. He definitely does look a little Asian. I'm half Asian myself. He's 2-7 with a 6.05 ERA. So we'll see where it goes. But hopefully we can end up coming back. All we got to do is have one good inning, and we're right back in it. Next up in the box, third baseman Jordan Diaz. But I always love meeting new people that are fans, of whatever, baseball, basketball, football, wrestling, NASCAR, and then, being able to go to a location and having that bonding moment and whatnot. And I'm going to make sure I give Bill something special. I'm going to either get him something Jay Buhner or something from my personal collection. I know he likes Griffey as well. And I met Jeff because I used to go to Safeway every morning, and he's been working at Safeway in the self-checkout aisle. He's been working there for like 25 years, and Jeff is a big Mariner fan. So it's always cool when I can, meet Mariner fans and we can bond, or if you're just a baseball fan in general. So Diaz. All right, hold up. I got to switch from this stream to my regular one. That one was fucking up a little bit. So let me get to this one. Stream fucked up earlier, and then I don't want to end up missing out on any like Seth Brown homers or anything like that. There we go. 2 away. Let's go. Jamek, how are you doing, brother? What's good? He said no hitter alert, but we're not going to get a no hitter. Our team is too good to get a no hitter. We're not going to get a. We're not going to go with no hits. I mean, hell, if we can go 7 innings with the Orioles with no hits and no runs, and it's not like this pitcher is an ace, or a guy that was hyped up back when I was a kid, like Todd Van Poppel. Now, most of y'all are too young to even know who the fuck Todd Van Poppel is, but if you know Todd Van Poppel, then you obviously are going to vibe with me. All right, but even him, he didn't pan out. This isn't Dave Stewart or Dennis Eckersley or someone like that, okay? We'll be all right. Or even a Tim Hudson when he was on the A's before he got moved. So we'll be all right. Hey, Chief, I hope those 4 comments were good for you. See you later, brother. Brother. I didn't think we were going to have to Hollywood Hogan boot anybody so soon, but it happens, man. We won't take any Mariner slander on here. Not happening, bro. Other YouTubers might be able to put up with the slander because they're so desperate for views, subs, and donos, but not your boy. It's all about positive vibes here, right? Just like Eugenio Suarez said, positive energy, positive vibes. Let's go, baby. I know. See, when I say names like that, when we talked about Jim Abbott, you're like, oh, damn, this guy does know baseball. So, yeah, Popple was so highly touted, but there were so many guys back in the late 80s, early 90s. Craig Jeffries, remember that name? Man, so many baseball cards were invested in with some of these guys. Craig Jeffries, Todd Van Poppel. Yeah, and then every once in a while, we got someone special, like a Gary Sheffield. And he had the braces with the Brewers. I'm like, this guy's going to be good. And he was, and the Frank Thomas. I was like, ooh, he's going to be good. And he was. But every once in a while, you get those guys that were so overly hyped and they never really panned out. So big positive vibes, baby. Fouled back. Top of the 4th, 3-0 A's. Let's go, baby. Does this game go over 7.5 today? It depends if the Mariners can start hitting. If the Mariners can start hitting, I say yes. But because the A's might end up getting 1 or 2 more runs before this game is over. They might get to 5 or 6. And I still think the Mariners can end up getting 3 to 6 runs tonight. But it's got to happen. We got to be able to have at least 1 inning where we have 3 consecutive hits. Or a guy gets hit by a pitch, or we get a walk, and then someone gets an RBI. It doesn't have to be a single, a double, a home run. We just got to find ways cleverly to get on base, even if it's just working the count or getting hit by a pitch. Fuck it. Whatever way we can get on. Damn it. Diaz the third. We got to fucking pull this pitcher. He's terrible. And I imagine Service is just going to be like, okay, and then France went out with an injury, right? And with his wrist. Julio was a 5-minute scratch before the game. No Kirby. So, I mean, we're out 3 starters, so. And then we're putting in a pitcher that probably wasn't even planning on playing today. Found out an hour before the game. Caesar in the building. Here we go. Here's the pitching change. Here we go. Here's where the Mariners are going to start being able to win now. Weaver, you suck. Your ass. All right. But we already knew that. I mean, came from the goddamn Cincinnati Reds. I mean, if we're talking about bringing a player over, if it's not fucking someone like Luis Castillo, okay, that's one thing. But when it's Weaver, you're terrible. 2-4 record with a 6.75 ERA. Let's see what his final line was. I mean, he's dog shit. So let's take a look. All right, Weaver, what did you do for us? Absolutely goddamn nothing. 3.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 earned runs. On the bright side, he had no walks. How many Ks did he have? 1, 2, 3, 0. Now we can officially eliminate Luke Weaver from our brains forever. It's like Men in Black, Give me the light. I don't want to fucking see Luke Weaver on the Mariner roster ever again. Terrible. Now the real question is, who are we bringing in? And it's going to be Isaiah Campbell. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that, but it is what it is. It gives him an opportunity to do something, but at least on the bright side, the guy's got the best mustache in Major League Baseball. Looks like a Star Wars TIE fighter on his face. Look at that. Look at that precision. I don't know what he looks like. Does he look like a pitcher? He looks like a fireman, maybe someone that I saw at the dispensary here in Oregon. I mean, I don't know. I saw him maybe at the liquor store. He kind of looks like a teacher also to me, like fireman / teacher. I don't know. He just doesn't really look like a pitcher, but that mustache is nice. And hopefully he'll go 3 innings, and hopefully he'll be a little electric because obviously, we're missing a little bit of that electricity in the lineup. All right, let's go. Have faith. I mean, I've been a fan since 1985. I've had 4 good years as a Mariner fan. 95 slide with Griffey and Edgar. 97 when Griffey won the American League MVP. 2001 Ichiro's rookie year when we won 100 billion games and lost to the Yankees, unfortunately. And last year with Julio, George Kirby, and Cal Raleigh being rookies. So, when things are going shitty, relax. All right? This is year number 2 of maybe 20 years of us being really fucking good. And we might end up making the playoffs, 10 out of 15 years? Something like that while Julio's here. Maybe even more. So we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Better choice than Saucedo. I don't like Saucedo. All right, I like it. All right, we are at 19,889 subs. We are 111 subs away from 20,000. So anyone that is in the room, if you can comment to let us know you're here, that would be great. You can interact with me. Let me know your favorite teams, favorite players, where you're from. You can also interact with the mods and other people in the room that are regulars. Like the stream. If you're inclined to, it would be great. It helps us with the algorithm. And then if you can sub or donate, if you feel inclined, would be, definitely very, very much appreciated when we're almost at 20,000. So appreciate you guys very, very much. And obviously we've been getting a huge uptick with the reaction videos and obviously the Mariners being fucking relevant. All right, top of the 4th. Let's go, baby. 2 outs, runners on the corners. 3-0 A's. Let's fucking keep it that way. Come on, Isaiah. Use that goddamn mustache. There we go. 2-1 count. I mean, I've been watching since 85. I know I look young. I'm fucking 41. All right? And no one believes it. They're like, you're no way you're 41. You're 30 or late 20s, late 20s, early 30s, or mid 30s. Thank you. I appreciate it. I got good genes, good genetics, from obviously, my mom's side, I believe. But 3-1 count. Come on, Isaiah. We'll be all right. Oh, you're from Washington State? Nice, Nedner. Hell yeah. How long you been a Mariner fan? Surrounded by Astros fans. Yeah, keep wearing your Mariner gear. There we go. Late call for the strike. Come on, Isaiah. Come on, baby. Let them know. I mean, if we're really lucky, we might get to 19,900 before the stream is up. We only need 10 or 11 people out of the 40 to sub. I know already half of the people in the room have already subbed, if not more. So it's just about those extra 15 or 20 that are in the room that are maybe new. But we've been gaining a lot of ground. I've gained 47 subs within the last maybe week and a half, which is a lot more than we've had in the last maybe month and a half. So that's a good sign. We're going in the right trajectory. And I've been grinding on this for 11 years. So this is my 7th year on YouTube, and I've recorded on other platforms. And I've already done 1,700 live streams or videos since just 2017. So your boy's grinding. I mean, I record every day, no days off. So baseball, basketball, football, hockey, NASCAR, wrestling, AEW, WWE. We do it all here. So Asian genetics, babyface motherfucker. That's me, bro. You know it. Everyone's like, God damn, I still get carded. There we go, Chopper. Nice job, Mike Ford. Nice job playing defense, filling in for Ty France with the wrist contusion. Here we go. No problem. Hey, it was really a pleasure meeting you, and your generosity, even with something with like a fabric do-rag for Paisley. I really appreciate it very, very much. And next time I see you, even if you're not there, I'm going to bring you something, either Jay Buhner, something cool, maybe an autograph card or a rookie card or a figure or something Ken Griffey Jr. So I appreciate you very, very much, and I look forward to seeing you. And now it's kind of nice for you to be able to see how I do my thing. And obviously, I got the biggest sport channel in Oregon, but I got a long ways to go. I got to be able to be the best, biggest channel in Washington. And there's a couple people that got bigger channels there. But once I can, take over Oregon, take over Washington, then it's going to be taking over California and the West Coast, and then going from there. So we're on our way. But I do appreciate you very much. And I look forward to seeing you in about 2 weeks to a month when I go back in there and wash Paisley and get her nails trimmed and dremeled. You're the man. Bill, Mariner fan, Blue Jay fan in the building. Appreciate you. Always grinding. You know that, man. But it's cool. It's finally nice to be able to see, like, I'm getting the proper algorithm. that I feel like I deserve. Like earlier in the year, you're doing a stream and there's like 5 people in here. And I know some people were busy, but some of the mods, let's just be honest, they should have been here. Especially when we needed them at that point. The mods were not here, some of them, and we needed them. And now the mods are coming in more on a regular basis, and, we have quite a few of them. And then obviously the uptick of the Mariners playing better, Julio being a superstar, doing things like that, and now being able to see 20, 30, 40, 50 in the room. Eventually we'll get to a point where we have 100 in the room, and then we'll get to a point where we have a couple hundred in the room. Then we'll get to a point where we have 500 in the room. Then we're going to get to a point where we have 1,000 in the room. And then things are going to go up and up and up. So it just feels good that I can finally hit the algorithm, but also there's more interest in the Mariners because we're doing well. Now, if the Mariners were ass and we were terrible, then, maybe, we're not where we're at today. So that's big facts. You have to earn it. And usually the people that are mods are the biggest donators to the channel and the biggest supporters sharing my material on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it may be. So I don't have any spots for mods right now, but again, I don't give mod status just to anybody. It has to be someone that's loyal to the soil, either that is a heavy hitter, donator, or someone that is a big part of this channel in some kind of way. So, I mean, you got to think the people that donate big, they donate 50, 100, 200, 500. I mean, Shepard in the room right here, he's got the #1 donation on the channel, $1,300 for a single dono. The most that we've had is $1,527 in a 3-hour stream. So, there'll be some streams where we may make 0 to, 20, but others that will hit the goal, which is 100 to 200. So I appreciate that, Nedner. I look forward to seeing you. Keep repping the fucking Mariners in fucking Houston. Let them know who the big dog is. They already got their World Series by cheating, hitting garbage cans, and using Apple Watches, but there's a new sheriff in town, and it's the fucking Seattle Mariners. Let's go. Let's go. Dave in the building. What's good? See, that's why it's nice for people to comment in the chat, even if they're a little shy or, intimidated by some of the people in the room. What part of Oregon do you live in, Dave? Yeah, your boy ain't no fucking amateur. I'm one of the best in the world. It's just a matter of time before anyone else starts to recognize it. Because if you're not one of the best in the world, you're not getting $500 single donations. You're not getting over $1,000 for a single dono if you're not one of the best in the world, period. You can have a bunch of trolls. You can have a bunch of fangirls and fanboys, and you can be on TikTok or Twitch and doing that type of shit, but it's not like I'm on OnlyFans. I'm using my voice and my passion and my energy and my knowledge, to be able to get subs and obviously get donos. So, it's a lot harder to gain ground on YouTube than any other platform. Philomath. Oh, nice. So you're right there by Western. You're at Western University at Western Oregon. I partied down there before. They party crazy down there. I'm not sure if you go there or if you're how old you are, if you're in the college range or if you're older and you just live there. But yeah, I've been there to a few parties back in the day. Bottom of the 4th, 3-0, Oakland. Come on, Teoscar. Let's go, baby. 3-2 pitch. Chop foul, broken bat as well. There we go. Now we got a couple of y'all that are in the room. Thank you very much. And if you just subbed to the channel and you're in the room right now or you're on Twitter, let me know. I appreciate you very, very much. Oh, more towards OSU. Okay. 19,891. We just got a few more. So we're 9 away from 19,900. There we go. 9 subs away. Let's go. Yeah, and I am one of the most consistent, streamers that are out there. But just because you're consistent, and even if you stream every day, that doesn't mean you're going to end up getting 100 people in the room or 1,000 in the room. You have to hit the algorithm. You have to be talented. You have to have a nice voice. You have to be dedicated. You have to have passion. You have to have a good thumbnail. You have to have a good background. You have to know what you're talking about. There's a lot of factors involved. It's not just magically you work hard and then all of a sudden, because you can work hard every day and be ass and not grow. Right? You could have a shitty voice, shitty thumbnail, shitty background, record every day, 6 hours a day, doing streams and uploads and not grow. You have to have talent. That's the bottom line. from Detroit. Ooh, Mickey. Woo! Okay. I see you. There we go. There must have been another city next to that that's close. Now I got to look it up to see what city it was in next to Western Oregon University. But I do appreciate that. But again, I've been grinding for 11 years and it took me 10 years to go full time. By the end of this year, I'll be full time for 2 years and that'll be 12 years in. But I'm 11 years, I've been recording, but I've been on YouTube for 7. So I'm one of the hardest working motherfuckers on YouTube. I mean, like I said, live streaming every day. Sometimes I'll do 4 or 5 reaction videos on top of a live stream. I don't think anyone can match my work ethic. That's facts. There's a lot of great YouTubers that are out there, that got more subs than me, but just because they're more popular than me doesn't mean they're better than me. And I have an advantage. I worked in the phone sales industry for 20 years. So I can fucking, assassinate anyone on the fucking mic. I can verbally assassinate anybody. So I already can talk to any age, any person. I can vibe with anyone, but also I'm not biased. So that's one thing that separates me from every other YouTuber that's out there. Everyone else is incredibly biased, and I'm not. I try to appreciate greatness, even if it's on the Astros, except for fucking Altuve. Fuck him. But, Yordan Alvarez, I like him. Kyle Tucker, I like him. Jeremy Pena, I like him, But I don't have to like Altuve or Alex Rodriguez. Fuck those guys, But everyone else I like. So, yay in the building. What's good? Well, at this point, it looks like it's going to be the A's, but I still have faith. And that's why it's very important for Sarah, Shep, and the rest of the mods to be able to encourage, and keep things moving. Because, I can't be the guy, saying like, sub, donate to the channel, 50 times in a stream. Then it looks like begging, That's the job of a mod, to be able to do that. And I know Shep and Sarah, you'll do that. And like I said, it's just nice to be able to see this uptick, right? Yeah, I've seen Kick. But again, I've already been building the platform here for so long. I'm not going to just jump over to Kick, and now, unless they offered me like $1 million or something, or like 100,000 or something, then maybe I would consider something, to be able to stream on Kick and YouTube and be a Kick affiliate or something. But again, I need to be able to get my legacy on my own here. I don't get help from anyone else. It's not like, I know someone famous or I'm linked with another YouTuber and all of a sudden I became YouTube famous. I've literally had to build this from the ground up, with 0 subs to 20,000. I had a partner I used to work with and he quit, so he thought he was better than me and he didn't have the work ethic and he thought he could do it on his own. And he's already quit his channel multiple times and hasn't recorded in 7 months. So, before you start mouthing off and saying how much better you are than me and all this and that, you obviously results, action show. And if you're so much better, then you wouldn't have quit your own channel 7 months ago. So, like I said, some people have work ethic and some people don't. Some people have dreams and some people are along for the ride. That's kind of how it goes. Some people are Batman, some people are Robin. Ford popped up. Damn it. One away. And obviously we made great videos together, but you have to have dedication, passion, and work ethic. I sacrificed a Michael Jordan PSA 9 rookie card that's worth 20 to 30,000 for this channel. So that way I could buy the microphones and the iMac and the speakers and all that, right? What did he sacrifice? Nothing. So there's a reason why I'm still going and he's not. So, and good luck to him in his life. I'm not going to be this guy that's going to hate on his life for forever, but I'll tell you what, if anyone is suffering right now, it ain't me. Because after all the hard work that I put in, and what the way the channel looks now, that's the way I envisioned it 10 years ago when I started. But it took me 10 years, 11 years to make it look like this and to have it look like this. So again, if you got dreams and goals, you can't quit. You have to keep going. And obviously, if it's not a dream, you will quit. And that's what happened. You can't piggyback on someone else's dream and think it's yours, right? You have to be able to have it be your own dream. It has to be your lane. You have to have love and passion, and you have to be able to do it with no money coming in. If you can do a dream and know that no money is coming in, that's a dream. But if you're only focused on likes, subs, donos, and money, it's not a dream. You're just trying to be YouTube famous. And that's where 95% of YouTubers fail, because they want to be like the Island Boys and have their 5 seconds of fame. And where are those motherfuckers now? Nowhere. Broke as fuck, right? Facts. Fuck Altuve. I don't say it too often, but fuck Altuve and fuck Alex Rodriguez. We don't accept him as a Mariner fan. Yeah, but you know the cool thing about Mo Gumbo is after he got obliterated, he ended up sending me a $50 dono for Paisley's birthday, right? And then also when I was going to end up doing a stream over the weekend against the Royals and no one had a link available, he sent me another 50 for a dinner for me and my girlfriend. So sometimes you get people like Beefy that owed me and Sarah $50 and I had to boot him off the channel, wouldn't even apologize, right? He wouldn't even apologize or give us the money back. And then you get people that surprise you that maybe you were thinking about timing out or booting off the channel permanently or temporarily, and then they come back and being a strong supporter to the channel. So even though Mo Gumbo maybe got obliterated and chair shotted, he's a big part of the channel now. So that's facts. Why do Mariners fans? I mean, obviously you're not a baseball fan if you have to ask that question. You're cheating. Come on, bro. Nobody likes Altuve. If you ask a poll of any Major League Baseball fan that's not an Astro fan, who do you hate the most? I guarantee Altuve is in the top 5 on everyone's list. Just not a likable guy. He's a cheater. He's just a cheater. Put the microphone on his chest, garbage can hitting, Apple Watch wearing, and it's not just him that cheated. The whole Astro organization did, but obviously he's kind of the face of the franchise now besides Altuve, Kyle Tucker, and Jeremy Pena. I like those 3. Of course. Yeah, I saw some video of the Island Boys trying to, they were on a yacht trying to beat up some white influencer, some Caucasian kid. All these rich influencers, on there doing fake videos on the yacht. Like they're about to square up and fight, and it's all for views and subs and likes. It's a bunch of petty bullshit. Yeah, hopefully we get a heavy hitter in here to be able to get us going. We're already an hour and 30 minutes in, and we need a dono train. Facts. 2-1 pitch. Pitch is high. 3-1 count. Come on, Dylan. Come on, Dylan. 0 for 1 with a fly out in the second. Let's go, baby. Yeah, but I think it's good to be able to give a background to newbies, to the channel. All the OGs and the regulars that have been here for a while, they know my story, but sometimes it's good to be able to hear a little bit of a background, of someone and, where they're from and what they're about and what they represent. Bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Oakland. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Almost hit them. We can get a walk here. That would be nice. Well, George Kirby got the bubble guts and got pulled from the game an hour before it started. Then we had a pitcher that's never pitched for us with an ERA of 6 come in the game and fuck everything up, give up 3 runs. And then Julio was supposed to play, and he got scratched 5 minutes before the game. And that's why we're sitting at 3-0. So that's what happened, Junior. We're fine. Now, I still think Altuve is a good player. I've only disliked 2 players growing up. Alex Rodriguez from the Mariners, and when he went to the Rangers and the Yankees, because he's just a bitch ass. There we go. Nice walk. Bases loaded. And we were one of the best teams in not only the American League, but Major League Baseball with the bases loaded. Us and the Dodgers. So we're about to get something here. Let's go. Come on, Dom. Come on, Dom. Let's go, baby. Like I said, when we have one guy on, we're not very good. When we got runners at first and second, we're not very good. When we got guys on first and third on the corners, we're not good. And we were batting about 230 as a team, but for whatever reason, when we got bases loaded, we were very, very good. Not like, halfway good or we would, get a couple RBIs here and there. We're talking top 2, and we actually might be number 1 in Major League Baseball. I have to look in Baseball Reference tonight to see where we're at. But as of recently, we were with the Dodgers as being the best teams in baseball when the bases are loaded. So don't be surprised if we get something here, but also don't be surprised if we get nothing here. Sometimes we have to get bases loaded twice or 3 times for it to pan out, so we'll see. But hopefully, I'm not saying we're going to get a grand salami here, which would be amazing, but if we could get at least 1 to stop the bleeding, 3-1 is a hell of a lot better than 3-0. Pitches outside, or if we can end up getting a run walked in. and we just get an automatic run, with the walk. I'll take that. That would spark a lot of momentum. If that ends up happening and Marlowe walks, we'll probably get 3 to 4 runs this inning. But I don't know if that'll happen. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Come on, Cade. I thought it was Dom, but we were at Cade. Come on, Cade. Let's go. 238 average, 3 homers, 10 ribbies. Like, my initial gut feeling tells me that we're not going to get anything right here, with 2 outs. I hope we do, but, I'm not going to always be right with my instincts and whatnot, but I don't know. It feels a little early for us for our run. I feel the run is going to come in the 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th inning. Now, obviously, if we want to win the game, getting the run now is essential, with all these pitching moves. We got to get Waldichuk fucking out of there. And then once Waldichuk is out of there, then we'll start raking. But I hope we can get something here. But don't be surprised if we don't. Pitches outside, 2-1 count. Come on, baby. Let's get a walk. Let's get a walk, baby. Bases. There we go. There we go. Yes. Yes. Here we go. Your boy knows. Let's go. Let's go. Can we get the walk? And we're just going to get the guy to kind of walk him in. We're going to get the walk. Let's get the walk. And that's what I said early on a couple innings ago, if you remember. We got to get hit by a pitch or we have to get walks. That's how you end up taking advantage of George Kirby not being in, a shitty pitcher like Weaver, and no Julio. You have to be able to work the count. And Waldichuk with a 3-2 count, but we're going to get the walk here in a second. Let's go. Sometimes sometimes it's just a feeling that you have. Either you feel it or you don't. But as long as Cade Marlowe doesn't swing, we bring in a run. And look at that. Here it is. 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. God, this count is going wild. Show me the walk, damn it. Let's go. 3-1 Mariners. I think we are number 1 over the Dodgers now, too. Because the last few times with bases loaded, we always find ways to get things going more times than not. All right, show me the walk. Here it is. 3-2 pitch, bases loaded, Waldichuk. There it is. Walk him in for 1. There we go. That little ESP, sometimes it's there. And this is where we're going to win, where all those people were freaking out that why we were going to lose. We're down 3-0. No Ty France, risk contusion, no Julio, maybe bubble guts, George Kirby, bubble guts. And look at this, 3-1. Even if it's only 3-1, you can't really count on Jose, to get something here. But you just have to stop the bleeding. And we did this against the Royals as well when we were down 3-0. In a kind of a similar situation. We got it to 3-1. We put the Band-Aid on. We stopped bleeding, right? And then in the next few innings is where we're going to take the lead, where we'll end up being ahead either, 4-3 or we'll tie it 3-3 in an inning or two. Just watch. But right here, Caballero, once we already get 1, it's hard to get into a rhythm of multiple guys hitting when you're not in a rhythm just yet. So Jose ain't getting on. Bottom of the 4th, 3-1 A's. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-1 A's. We stop the bleeding, and that's okay. You don't want to get greedy. Oh, Jose's going to hit a grand slam. Really? Yeah, when has he done that? He's more likely to either pop up, ground out, or strike out. Or even strike out looking for that matter. And now, see, the count is 2-0. Now, if he was smart, right, and a good hitter, and he wasn't, like Julio, or Teoscar, where he's got this ego, where he's got, I have to swing, right? If you could be a little bit more like J.P. Crawford and some of these other guys, this would be a walk, and then we would be 3-2, right? But he's going to, probably ground out or pop out. There it is. You don't swing right there. You take the strike. And that's the difference between a good hitter in the box, knowing the circumstances of what's going on in the game, and a selfish hitter trying to be the hero. And there it is. Jose being a fucking selfish hitter right there instead of trying to earn the walk. right? But again, that comes with age and obviously experience. So there's the pop out. But hey, at least we stopped the bleeding. 3-1 Athletics. That's a little unfortunate. It would have been awesome if he would have been a little bit more patient there. All right, let's go to the top of the fifth. All right, leading off in the top of the fifth, 0 for 2, first baseman Ryan Noda. Batting second, 0 for 2, second baseman Zach Geloff. And batting third, right fielder, 1 for 2 with a homer, Seth Brown. And I put him on the thumb. I should have known better. I knew he was going to do something big today. Now we just got to have JP do something good as well. Let's go. Stop the bleeding, just like the Royals game. It's that game where we were down 3-0, right? We got it to 3-1. Somehow we took the lead 4-3. Munoz, all he had to do was close the game out. He didn't. And it went to extra innings and we lost, 5-4 or 5-3. So, sometimes that shit happens. I think we lost 5-4 in that game. So the lineup wasn't very good either, and I believe that was George Kirby as well in that start. So, it is what it is. 250. Let's get to a hundo. A little odd that we're only at that number right now, but at least we got people in the room and we've been getting subs. So let's see where we're at with that. Take a quick peek. Where are we at? We're getting closer to 20,000 subs. Let's take a look. $19,891. We need 9 subs to get to 19,900 and 109 to 20,000. Yeah, but it's just being greedy. You have to just be able to take what they're going to give you. You know what I mean? It's not like we had a nice inning there. You could say we did, but ultimately you got to be able to knock them in to say it was a nice inning. So sometimes you just got to take what they're going to give you, and knowing that we got that over with in the fourth inning. So you already know bigger things are coming, right? In the fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth inning. We're going to have another inning just as good as that one, but better. It's going to happen, especially when we get the starting pitching out of there. So you can't always get all 4 or 5 runs that you want immediately. Now, if George Kirby was still on the mound and Julio and Ty France were in the lineup, maybe. But we don't have Julio in the lineup, so we have to be patient. It's like everyone wants everything right away, and it's nice. Oh, bases loaded, but it's baseball. Sometimes you just got to take the one. At least we got 1 and not 0, and then the next time around, let's go for another 1 or 2 runs, and then see if we can tie it. Then take the lead, or maybe we have a monster inning, somewhere between the 5th and the 9th, where we put up 4 runs and then we're up 5-3. That could happen also. It's baseball, so we got the energy. I agree, absolutely. Let's go, baby. Ryan Noda, 3-2 count. Count is full. Big swing and a miss. Got him. There we go, Isaiah. Nice job, brother. You get the Mariner Moose for that one. Isaiah Campbell, 1.1 innings pitched, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, 1K. Let's go. Mariner Moose, he likes that. Let's go, baby. Popped up. Uh-oh. All the way to the wall. Thank God. Fuck. 2 away. Nice job, Cade. And we don't want the A's to get more than 5. That obviously, if they score no more for the rest of the game, we're in great position. You know what I mean? But even if they get 1 or 2 more and we win 6-5, it doesn't matter as long as we can make it competitive and we can find a way to, fight the adversity. Next man up mentality, positive vibes, positive energy, and then it relates and equates to wins. Popped up. Marlowe. All the way to the warning track. There we go. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3 inning. Let's go. Let's go. This is where we're going to do something now. Next up for the Mariners, shortstop J.P. Crawford. 0 for 1. Let's get something, bro. Let's go. Batting second, 0 for 2, third baseman Eugenio Suarez. And batting third, DHing for Seattle, 1 for 2 with a run, Teoscar Hernandez. So obviously, if Julio's in this part of the lineup, obviously it's a better chance that we can get more RBIs and more hits. So it's, you're taking out arguably the hottest hitter in baseball out of the lineup and one of the best pitchers out of the lineup, and also a guy that's been better than what he was at the beginning of the year with Ty France. So everything is going against us right now. But again, if we want to be a team that's going to beat the Astros and the Rangers, we have to earn it, and we have to be able to win games like this to prove that we're the number one in the AL West. And if we also want to be able to overachieve and not just get to the ALDS against the Astros and beat their ass, we want to be able to get to the ALCS and play the Orioles and maybe try to beat them. So, these are the goals that Mariner fans have. It's not just getting to the playoffs. It's not just a wild card. We're trying to win the division, and we're trying to get to the ALCS. But we got to crawl before we walk. We understand that. ALCS 2023. Orioles, Mariners. National League, NLCS, Dodgers, Braves. Sports gods, you listening? Top 4 teams in the power rankings are those 4 teams right now. Let's go. Hottest batting average in August, Mookie Betts, 446. Julio, 429. Charlie Blackmon, 404. Freddie Freeman, 385. Jose Altuve, the cheater, 379. Donovan Solano, 371. And Teoscar Hernandez, 371. So the Mariners have 2 of the top 7 in Major League Baseball in hitting in August. It's a big part of us being well and doing great. Let's go. We're only down 3-1. Now the goal is just to get 1. Let's just try to get it to 3-2. And then if we can do that, then 3-3. Oh, almost hit JP. And then hopefully we can get Waldichuk out of the game here, force him out within this inning or the next inning, and then we'll be raking on the backup in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Come on, JP. And again, we need walks and hit by pitches. If we can get walks and hit by pitches, that's the X factor when our lineup isn't good. Julio's not in the lineup. Let's get hit by pitches. Julio's not in the lineup. Let's take some walks. And that's what we've been doing. 2-0 pitch. 3-0 pitch. It's wild. And JP's as patient as they come. And all you got to do is just fucking don't swing. Don't be a fucking asshole. Don't be a fucking hero, Jose Caballero, motherfucker. Take the goddamn walk. It's not sexy for the walk, but it helps you win. Takes a strike, good thing there, and he didn't even swing. He let to see if the pitcher can throw 4 shitty pitches in a row, or if that 4th one will be a strike. And if I'm JP, I don't even swing at this pitch either. Let's see if he swings. Nope. ESP, baby, get his ass out of there. And now we're going to score runs now. He's out. He's out. He's out. See? Sometimes when you watch baseball and you've been watching for such a long time, you can predict what's going to happen before it happens. History tends to repeat itself, but also, too, I watch more baseball than most people on planet Earth, so. But when you understand the game of baseball, and sometimes it's not about the big home runs and the big RBIs. You can get back into a game, with just not swinging, being patient in the box, working the count. Luckily, maybe getting hit by a pitch or a wild pitch, or just getting walked and the pitcher losing control. So here we go. Yeah, but not everyone is going to be patient in the box. You get guys, Julio, early in the season, Teoscar, Jose Caballero, everyone was just always reaching. And we only had one good consistent hitter in the first 50 to 60 games, J.K. Jared Kelenic. And then for a pitcher, it was Paul Sewald. And hopefully he ends up having a great rest of his season with Arizona. But we still miss him. But, obviously getting Dom, Rojas, and Bliss, it was a good deal. It worked out for us. So, like I said, sometimes instead of trying to eat the whole cookie right away, take a nibble. Be satisfied with just one run. And then let's just try to get another nibble right here. Maybe we get to 3-2, or maybe even 3-3. Or we have a monster inning, the one that we needed, and we get 3 runs or more. We take the lead, and then we win the game. It's just about consistency, being patient, and working the count, and understanding what the situation is in the game. And that's what really separates the intelligent players from the idiots that are just athletes. Not every great hitter is a baseball mind. You have to know situational baseball. Big facts. I still think we're going to come back and win. And obviously, they just pulled their pitcher, so let's go. All right, let's see what they're bringing in. All right, so they're bringing in even a worse pitcher than they had. So now we got another 6.25 ERA pitcher coming into the game. Lucas Urseg. Let's fuck this guy up. This is where we're going to start raking. All right, Urseg, we're fucking you up. Let's go. All right, we got another sub from one of y'all 44 that was in the room. There's quite a few of you that have subbed. We need 8 more for 19,900, 19,892. Thank you for all the people that are new that have subbed, or that if you're a reoccurring Northwest Sports Fanatics fan, but you maybe never have commented before, or you're watching on Twitter right now, or you're watching on YouTube and you're just shy. Thank you for the people that have commented, as well as the sub to the channel. I appreciate you. Here we go. This pitcher is going to be asked. Let's go, Gino. 1-1 count. And then we still need to get to the number on the dono side, and hopefully we'll get a goat to come in here to show some love, because 250 is a little low for what we're used to here. But I know we have still plenty of time to make up for it. Come on, Gino. Let's go, baby. 242 average, 9 home runs, 41 ribbies, OPS of 759. And tell me a third baseman other than Manny Machado or Nolan Arenado that's playing better than Eugenio Suarez. I mean, as far as offense, defense, leadership, I don't think there's anyone better besides those other 2 that I named. I mean, if I had my choice, I would go Suarez right after those 2 guys. And we already know Nolan Arenado and Machado are Hall of Famers. Suarez is not, but I love his defense and his energy. He's fantastic. Positive vibes, positive energy, baby. No, I don't do sponsors. I've had a lot of people reach out to me, like, gambling sites in Germany and a lot of these not reliable companies that want me to be able to for sports betting and things like that. But, it's not about the money for me. Like, if you offer me $1,000 a month, to be able to promote your logo or this or that, if I'm going to do it and I'm going to get a sponsorship, it has to be a product that I use, that I genuinely like. I'm not going to push something on you guys that is like fucked up. Like, oh, hey, check out this cool betting place in Germany, and then all of a sudden you guys make bets on there and they steal your money. Then I look like an asshole. I'm not going to do that. See Oscar swing and a miss. I want to make sure with my sponsors that, once that lines up, that it's actually legitimate products, or a legitimate company. So, but I mean, we already know that Pat McAfee Shows watches the channel. Good Morning Football watches the channel. EA Sports watches the channel. And almost every major outlet watches the channel. Oh, we hit him. Damn, my ESP is on point today. Walks and hit by pitches. What did I tell you? And obviously, if you're original and you have original nicknames, original content, the big boys will watch. There might be other, YouTubers that have 50K, 100K, 200K, 300K. But again, that doesn't mean they're better than me. That just means they're more popular. My time is coming to hit the algorithm. That's facts. The Oscar hitting the back and the shoulder, motherfucker. Next up, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And he's batting left. And you know what happens when big dumper bats left, baby. Let's go. You feel the momentum shifting? You feel it? We were down 3-0, and it didn't look very good. But what did I tell you at the beginning of the game? Orioles, we played them just a few games ago. What happened? We were in the 7th inning. We had no hits and no runs. Then we exploded for 6 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th. Yeah, we ended up losing 9-8, but that just shows you we can turn it on at any given moment like that. Let's go, Cal. Fuck, double play. Motherfucker. Damn it. All right. Well, it happens. At least it's the fifth inning. So we have sixth, seventh, eighth. We still got a few innings to come back. Like I said, but I've been reached out to by, fuck, I can't even tell you, maybe 10 to 12 different companies. Most of them, some of them overseas, some, here, in America. But again, if I don't believe in their product, if it's not like, if I don't get a sponsorship from like when I was drinking Coronas or Modelo Cheladas or Snapple, something like that, okay, something that I'm actually, using, or Monster Energy drink, something like that, or StreamYard, if they want to sponsor me or something like that. But, if it's just going to be, just a rando company, I'm not going to take their money because it's not about money for me. For a lot of YouTubers, it's about that 5 seconds of fame. For me, it's my legacy. It's my voice, and it's the hard work that I put in. So we're okay. Double plays happen. But no one's channel looks like mine. And like I said, with my work ethic and my grind, it's going to be very hard to find someone that's going to be able to match up. So, and like I said, we need to have good representation for the Mariners. There's nobody else really doing it full time. So, as well as, doing live play-by-play and reactions, which is the hardest thing to do in sports. There's a reason why a lot of people don't do it, or that people do it and they suck at it. It's not easy. You got to know name pronunciation. You got to know the name of the game. You got to know the little intricacies of the game, let alone doing baseball, basketball, football, hockey, NASCAR, wrestling, So we definitely have a huge advantage over every other channel on YouTube. It's just a matter of getting into the algorithm and then letting everyone know that doesn't know who I am, that we are one of the best in the world. Not just one of the best in Oregon, not one of the best in the Northwest, but one of the best in the world. And that is facts. Especially if you're going to be reading and putting in film study, 4 to 6 hours a day. I mean, I would be an idiot if I couldn't comprehend information. You got to be able to put in that effort and that grind. If you're not putting in the effort and the grind, you're never going to grow. Caesar says, come on, from Chile. Well, we got it, man. You got an RELAX, relax. Okay? We got one so that we stop the bleeding. We put the Band-Aid on. We're not bleeding out anymore. We were bleeding out. We're not anymore. Okay? Then we got some hits going. We've been able to produce some bases loaded. So it's coming. Starting pitcher is out. All right. Weaver was garbage. Campbell. Now we got Brash. Now we're bringing in our good guys. Okay. We got this. Let's go. Have faith. The Mariners. 63 games, 3.60 ERA for Brash. And Brash can fuck up, just like Topa and Munoz. But you have to understand that they're going to be more positive and good for us rather than bad. Rooker in the box. Pitches outside. 1-0 count. 3-1 Oakland in the top of the sixth. Let's give the A's some representation too. I always believe not being biased is the best way. If you're going to be Mariners this, Mariners that, fuck everyone else, fuck the A's. The sports gods are listening, and they're not going to let us win. But if you end up not being biased, and you end up showing the rotational logo, and you show the photos, and you talk them up as well, and it's not just a Mariner stream, it's an Oakland stream, good things will happen. The sports gods are listening. 244 average, 22 homers for Brent Rooker. Okay, man. I'll talk to you later. And fantasy information, I'll give you the updates, but we'll probably do the draft next Monday, but I'll give you some more information on it. So far, it's you, me, probably Chief, and Sarah. And then I'll do a video, and we'll see about the other 6 spots. Got him! There we go, Brash. Let's go. Mariner Moose is out. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Plus, like I said, to be able to build something from ground up, like when I first started the channel, I didn't even know how to use a fucking green screen. We were doing reaction videos with the green screen on, like in camera, and we would just pull up the highlights in front of us, and we would just talk and react to the highlights with the green screen behind us because we couldn't, we didn't know all the techniques and everything. And we still got great views. We were hitting 10,000 to 100,000 views, doing reaction videos and whatnot. And then being able to figure out how to make thumbnails on a high-end level. I was paying a guy, Johnny, that was making thumbnails for Grossi and Perna, $20 to $35 a thumbnail, but that was too expensive. Donos went down a little bit, and I figured out how to do it myself. So it's like you got to have a nice look. You got to add things to the stream, like either a ticker or like a rotating logo, things like that. And then you got to be able to have nice background, good voice, nice thumbnail, and even with all those things in line, you may not grow. YouTube is the hardest platform to grow on planet Earth. There's like 140 million different YouTube channels, thousands that are created new each day. Chopper, get it, Brash, flip it, tag him. There you go, he's out. And the cool thing is we're in the top 2%. Only 2% of channels on YouTube, regardless if it's sports or entertainment, regardless if it's a prank video thing or whatever it is. Only 2% of like 140 million YouTube channels have 10,000 subs or more. So we're at 20. So we're there. We just need to be able to go from 20 to 30 to 50 to 100. And then, it will grow like wildfire. It'll spread. That's facts. Top of the 6th, 3-1 Oakland. Come on, Brash. Big swing and a miss. Brash is wheeling, dealing early and often. I like it. Come on, Matt. Keep it going, Matt. Another strike. He's in the zone. Let's go. Nice job, Brash. And I like Brash. I like Topa, and I like Munoz. I love Seawald too, but again, we needed hitting. You can't bat 230 for the whole season and think you're going to make it to the World Series. So subs are tough, Rooftop. But also too, if you look at my work ethic and you go back and look at how many videos I've done since 2017, I mean, I've done over 1,700. I work every day. It took me 10 years to go full time. And some days I'll do 4 reaction videos or 5 and a live stream. There'll be days I'll do 3 live streams in a day. Morning football game, afternoon football game, fucking Sunday night football. You have to be committed. If you're not committed, you ain't gonna make it. Like I said, you can still grow on Instagram, and Twitter, and you can grow on Facebook, TikTok, but if you want to grow on the big dog platform, which is YouTube, it takes a hell of a lot more effort than just luck. But you got a good voice, Mariners, and you just got to keep it moving. Just keep staying positive and keep grinding. That's my best advice for you. 2 outs, 2-2 pitch. Pitch is outside, 3-2 count. You got Seattle, 1.5 to complete the 10-leg parlay. Ooh. How many did you hit on your parlay? You hit 9 out of 10 and you just need this? Chopper? Fuck. Fuck Jose. Get his ass out of there. Why is fucking Rojas not playing? Get Jose out of the fucking game. It's one thing with Colton Wong where I can at least get defense out of you. Jose can't play fucking defense. Get his ass out of there. Get fucking Rojas back in there. God damn it. Well, I hope you end up getting your money, bro. 8-leg parlay. Only need Mariners to hit, and I hope we get this, huh? I still think we can come back and win. But not having Julio and not having Kirby and not having Ty France, I imagine all 2 of you made that bet prior to knowing that info. So that's tough. But seeing, Kirby and then that lineup, going against the A's, yeah, it's like, oh, we're going to sweep them. So Zach in the building. What's good? No, Newcomb is brand new. There's no information on him. This is like just start not. Chopper. There we go. Gino. That's at least someone I know that can play fucking defense. There we go. At least it didn't hurt us. All right, it's 3-1. And now instead of getting greedy and be like, oh, we need to take the lead right away, let's go for 1 run this inning. Let's just try to go from 3-1 to 3-2. And then if we can get that, then to 3-3. And if we're really lucky, maybe we'll get 2 to 3 runs in this inning or the next inning. So, well, yeah, but not only loss of Kirby, but who we put in. That, Weaver? I mean, at least if it was like Emerson Hancock or Wu or Logan Gilbert, or Marco Gonzalez if he was healthy, or Robbie Ray, fuck it. But then you're just bringing in some new motherfucker from the Reds that absolutely is terrible with an ERA of 6. And I know that we were going against Waldichuk that had an ERA of 6 as well. But you don't want our pitcher, where we're like the number one team in ERA in the MLB, and we put in fucking Weaver. I mean, you might as well just put in Brash, at that point. But again, Scott is always trying to, let the next man up mentality, and see what happens. So shout out to everyone in the room that's watching on YouTube and on Twitter. Appreciate you guys very, very much. And we've been getting some subs from some of y'all. I appreciate you. We're a little bit lower on the donos today, but I'll take it. Some days you're going to have donos where we're going to hit 100 to 1,500. Other days we're going to be under $20 like we are now, but we might not end with that number. We might still end up hitting the goal of 100. But we are at 19,894. I'm 106 subs away from 20,000. So if you like the people in the room and you like what we're doing here, if you could help me out, it would be greatly appreciated, or whenever you feel that I'm worthy of a sub. But we need 6 subs to get to 20 or 19,900. So I think we can get that by the end of the broadcast. I mean, out of the 46 people in the room, I imagine there's at least 20 people in the room right now that are new, or maybe they're regulars that watch that haven't subbed. So anyone that's in the room that can like, comment, sub, or if you're inclined to donate, that would be great. If you don't want to donate, completely fine. But if you can help me out on the sub side, or even just comment in the chat and let me know that you're here, where you're from, what your name is, who you root for, that way we can get to know you. That would be great. Bottom of the 6th, 3-1 A's. And let's get to 19,900. We only need 6 subs out of 50 people. We can do that, right? 6 to get to 19.9. 106 to get to 20,000. That's a big number. And I got the biggest sport channel in Oregon. So there's no one else even close. So I got to be able to get to another level if I want to be the biggest channel in Washington and Oregon. There's going to be a few, streamers that do like Seahawks and things that have a little bit more. But I'm very confident that I can end up being the top channel in the Pacific Northwest, no doubt. And then eventually the biggest channel on the West Coast. But it's going to take a little time, unless we hit the algorithm and then we just keep running with it. All right, bottom of the 6th, 3-1 A's. Come on, Ford. Let's go, Mike. Someone needs a homer to get us a little bit of momentum. What do you say? Come on, Mike. I got you in the fucking City Connects. Let's go, baby. Looking so fresh and so clean. Andre 3000 and Big Boy. Let's go. Hit him with the outcast. We need you. 3-0 count. Take the walk. Let's go. Thank you to everyone that has donated in the room, or subbed, or liked, or commented. Appreciate you guys. 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 3-1 count. Evan White. We went through so many different guys. Sam Haggerty. Taylor Trammell. If it didn't take us 60 games to figure out Mike Ford might be the best option at DH, and if we weren't hitting 230 as a team, up until Julio getting hot, who knows what our record would be? We would probably have a record similar to the Braves. And I think one day we will. Moving forward, I think that the Mariners could end up, almost hit him. There's a walk. But I do think the Mariners, at one point or another, we will be the number one team in the American League. Hell, it might be next year if we get Shohei Ohtani. We get Shohei Ohtani, it's game over. We are the Atlanta Braves of the American League if that happens. Because if that happens, we're going to the ALDS on the regular. We're going to the ALCS on the regular. Hell, we're going to the World Series probably on the regular. So, may not be able to win them all, but I guarantee if we already have our pitching staff and we add Shohei, even with the UCL surgery, we have the best pitching staff in baseball, even better than the Braves. So, well, you already know, Rooftop. But you and me both like him and we both hate him. Just like DePoto, it's like sometimes he does good shit, sometimes he's an idiot. Sometimes Service makes good moves, and sometimes he's an idiot. So, come on, Dom. Pitch in there for a strike, 1-1 count. We got a runner on first. Let's go. Now, even if we were batting 250 as a team, we would probably have 10 more wins at this point. And we had one hitter out of 9 that was hot, Jared Kelenic. Imagine if we had 4 like we do typically now. Like, imagine if it was like JP, Julio, Teoscar, and Kelenic. We would probably be hitting 105 to 110 wins, something like that. So, but again, shoulda, coulda, woulda, and pitching was pretty good at that point too. But again, you need to get 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits. That's the magic number for the Mariners every single game. If you're watching, and I've been saying it since the beginning of the year, you got to be able to hit that number. 7 to 10 hits, and then 5 runs or more. You hit that, you'll be good to go. All right, I got to go to a different stream. That one's locking up. All right, here we go. Yeah, probably another double play, DP. Dodgers are good. They've gotten hot as of late, too. We already seen Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts go crazy, and they got a good pitching staff. But some of their guys, like Big Red, my dad's been a Dodger fan since the 50s. So if there's a team that I know a lot about besides the Mariners and all the other teams in baseball, it's definitely the Dodgers. Oh, there's a double play. I love that. Throw to second, throw to first. Got him. Well, there goes that opportunity. I have Xfinity in the living room, and sometimes I'll end up using that. But then also I'll use links sometimes as well. So it just depends, because obviously some people don't want to, go through a cable or a satellite provider. So they need to find ways to be able to find streams that aren't going to give computer viruses, phone viruses, and I have 2 that I use. One that has typically one link that works 99% of the time, and there's no issues. Then I have a secondary link that gives me 30 options. Sometimes the audio and video will cut out once in a while, but at least it gives me an opportunity to bounce around if I need to. Mariners are challenging. Yeah, and I got Ziply, obviously for the internet that used to be Frontier, which is like the FiOS internet. So if you end up having Xfinity or Comcast for internet, a lot of times it's not even fast enough to stream. Your stream will cut off and just end on its own. So obviously a big part of me streaming, you have to have good speeds, and I got a gig here. So when I was streaming at the old place, when I was with the girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend, I had 300 over 300, and that actually worked pretty good most of the time. But I got a gig right now, and it's awesome. All right, they're doing the challenge here. Yeah, surrender safe. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go, Mariners. And we got a few more subs now out of the 44 people in the room. Now we're 6 away. 19,894. 6 away from 19,900. Can we do it by the end of the stream? And then we'll get more people that will come in too. So big swing and a miss. But again, it doesn't feel like this is the inning that something's going to happen. Like sometimes you'll have that ESP or you'll have that feeling and whatnot. But again, you have to have those consecutive hits and get on an Uncle Mo momentum. You have to feel it. And we've been getting hits, but we haven't had that home run. And that's what we're going to need if we want to win this game. It can't just be hit by a pitch, oh, that guy took a walk. Oh, this guy got a single, because now we're starting to hit into double plays and pop outs and ground outs. We have to have a dramatic home run for either a solo shot, or a 2-run homer or a higher for us to get that deflects a little bit, So we'll see. 7th, 8th, 9th inning. If we get that homer, then we're going to come back. If we don't get the homer, then we're not. So that's what needs to electrify the crowd. No George Kirby, no Julio on his pop night, Ty France with a wrist contusion, 3 starters that are out, shitty-ass Weaver coming in and pitching, being garbage with an ERA of 6. We have to fight adversity, and you have to hit home runs. So if we don't hit home runs, we're not winning this game. But if we can get at least 1 home run, I think we can come back. So hopefully we can get that, not this inning, but maybe in the 7th, 8th, or 9th. So Silva, subscribe for good luck. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Jason's in the building. What's good? And if you are in the room, comment below. Let me know who you are, where you're from, who your favorite teams are, favorite players. Let us get to know you. We're a fanatic family here. Do you see it on the bottom right part of the screen? We're not average here. We're family. 3-2 pitch. On the corner. Got him. And that was a ball. Boo. Terrible call. But it was on the corner. So, the ump hasn't really dictated the outcome of this game just yet. And I'm doing the game tomorrow, 12:30 Pacific time. I thought the game was out at 1:10. They must have switched it. Oh, we got a couple more subs. Two more of you beautiful people in the room. We're at 19,896. We need four subs for 19,900. Can you help me out? Can we get there? We'll find out. Thank you. I appreciate that. And sometimes all it takes is one or two good streams with a good amount of people in it like this, where you can end up hitting a good number for subs. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, man. Like I work so hard on this channel. I mean, I'm literally working 7 days a week. Sometimes I'm doing 2-3 streams in a day. Sometimes I'm doing 4 or 5 reaction videos and a stream at night. So I'm fully committed. And for anybody that's new that, doesn't think, or understand who I am, I sacrificed a Michael Jordan PSA 9 rookie card that's worth $20,000 to $30,000 today for the dream. So if that doesn't, sacrifice mean commitment, I don't know what does. So you can go to my Instagram and you can see a picture of the Jordan rookie if you don't believe me. I have a picture on there with the Jordan rookie as well as my Clyde Drexler rookie that I have as well. The difference is the Drexler is worth $60 to $100. The Jordan is worth $20,000 to $30,000, and then that card will be worth $100,000 plus once he dies. So obviously, if I didn't have dreams or goals, I would have hung on to that and got a house or a Lambo. But obviously, I have dreams and goals, and here we are. Big facts. All right, next up, Teoscar Hernandez. $250. Let's get to a hundo. Kind of odd that we only have one. But hopefully we'll have a heavy hitter or a GOAT come in here and like Cyberpunk, and he'll end up getting us to the goal. If there was a day that we needed someone to be able to do something like that to show some generosity and love, considering we normally will hit 100 to 1,500, somewhere in that general range. But every once in a while, you'll have a stream that's $20 or less, but you got to have faith, that heavy hitter will come in and rescue us and get us to a good point, Obviously, if I'm doing it full time, it's my full time job. No one can survive off $250. Hell, you can't even go get a McDonald's and get a nugget meal for $250. You feel me? Ahmed with his first dono to the channel, $1. Thank you so much, Ahmed. Who's your favorite player, favorite team? It looks like Marinez. You got a favorite player? Let me know, and I got you. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $1. Holla. Ahmed's first channel donation. Appreciate you. And when one person donates, usually another one will. Thank you. Appreciate you. Clark's in the building. What's good? Top of the 7, 3-1 A's. And this isn't my first rodeo, calling games. So I feel that, calling NFL, college football, and baseball games, there's not very many people that I feel like I could be on TV. Like I said, like I did, I did sales over the phone for 20 plus years, calling the rudest people in New York and Boston. And, even when I was like 14 or 15, everyone said I have a TV radio voice. So, at one point or another, did I ever have dreams of like being the Mariner, like commentator? No. I've always had dreams of using my voice for my passion and whatnot, talking sports, but I definitely could do it. Like if the Mariners called me and said, hey, we're going to give you a chance to do live play-by-play or to be the color guy, could I do it? Absolutely. I wouldn't be able to swear, which would be shitty, but I would be able to do it 100%, especially if you dedicate your life to something, and again, I read 4 to 6 hours a day, every day, and I'm doing the channel. So I feel very prepared. Top of the 7th, 3-1 Oakland. 1 out, Nick Allen in the box, Thornton on the mound. And Thornton actually has been pretty good for us this season. Got to make sure we give the Oakland representation as well. Oh, broken bat. 2 away. Luckily, that didn't hit him. A lot of broken bats today. Next up, first baseman Ryan Noda. Oh, thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys. We got more people in the room that have subbed. We're at 19,898 We need 2 subs out of 51 people, and half of the people in the room have already subbed, and they've already been regulars, but we have at least half that haven't. We need 2 subs to get to 19 now. Bat thrown on the ground. JP Crawford? Nope. Called off. There we go. All right, here we go. This is where we come back. Let's go. Let's go. 2 subs to get to 19.9, and we only need 102 to get to 20,000. So if there's anybody in there that wants to do me a solid, 2 people out of 50, I think we can do that, and we'll be at 19.9. Shout out to everyone that has donated, commented, or shared. And again, if you're new, let me know who you are, so that way I can end up doing something for you here. Oh, Cub fan, nice. My grandma was a Cub fan. She's passed away now, but my dad has been a Dodger fan since the 50s, and I've been a Mariner fan since the mid 80s. I met Ken Griffey Jr. when I was 7 in his rookie year, and obviously it changed my life forever, right? And then I still got the Don Russ rated rookie, even though I had the Bowman and the Fleer, but I thought he looked more like a pimp. And I remember saying those words, like, this guy looks like a pimp in this card. I'm like, I'm going to get this one. I love the rated rookie Don Russ look with the purple, that kind of reminds you of the 80s, 90s vibe with the colors, and the windbreakers and that type of vibe. Then when I was 10, I ended up meeting Sandy Koufax. Look at that fro that I had. I'm throwing out, right? So I met Sandy Koufax, my dad's hero, when I was 10. And coincidentally, my hero is my dad and Ken Griffey Jr. And then, I met Griffey when I was 7, and it kind of changed my life forever. And I still go to, games with my dad. He's getting a little older. He's got diabetes. I don't want him to pass away anytime soon. And if I didn't have those things happen, there probably isn't Northwest Sports Fanatics to this day. So that gives you a little bit of extra background on me as well. So, and I appreciate that. Ahmed, who's your favorite Mariner player? Let me know who. Type it in the chat so that way I can throw up a photo for you. And again, and we got another sub. We're at 19,899. Thank you. 1 sub to 19.9. Who's it going to be out of the 50 people in the room? 1 person to get us to 19.9, and then we have 100 to go, and then I can put it in the ticker, and then we can end up doing a countdown. I didn't want to do a countdown until we hit 100 to go. Appreciate you guys. Ooh, look at this. World Baseball Classic. Julio and Gino figures. Those are dope. I need that Julio. Except when I did the World Baseball Classic, they banned my channel for a week unfairly because my broadcast was so good, they thought I was actually broadcasting the game. And they fucking banned my shit illegally for a week. So safe to say I won't be doing any World Baseball Classic games anymore, even though it was the championship game against Japan and whatnot. But that was a fucked up thing that they did to me. Bottom of the 7th, 3-1 Oakland. 1-1 count to Jose Caballero. At this point, you should have brought in Rojas, but it is what it is. No, we don't put in A-Rod rooftop. Fuck that. Fuck A-Rod. Fuck Jose Altuve and fuck A-Rod. I won't put up any A-Rod pictures ever. I don't give a shit. Not happening. If it's about, Ken Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez, Ichiro, Julio, Jay Buhner, Omar Vizquel, Tino Martinez, guys like that. Adam Jones, fine. But yeah, Alex Rodriguez, no, not happening. I mean, I might as well put up a picture of a shit emoji. If you want me to do that, I can do that for you. Or someone, with some kind of cheating emoji, for Jose Altuve and A-Rod. But yeah, fuck those guys. Yeah, I mean, I love the old school grandpa voices too. I'm influenced by those guys, Harry Carey, Vin Scully, rest in peace to a lot of those guys. Absolutely. I like Keith Jackson when he used to do Pac-12 games, Pac-10 games. Madden and Summerall are my favorite. Obviously we got Romo and Nance now, but I mean, if I could go back and listen to Madden and Summerall, that would be my number 1 choice. And my favorite announcer, duo now, obviously probably has to be Romo and Jim Nance on CBS. But I like Gus Johnson the best because he gives energy, and that's the guy that I kind of emulate, as Gus Johnson. He's got that natural passion in his voice about the game. So he said Jeff Facero. All the old school players. I mean, I can name the old school players for days, bro. I was born in the 80s. All I did was collect baseball cards. Carney Langsford, Walt Weiss, Dave Stewart, Dennis Eckersley, Jose Canseco, Ozzie Canseco, Mark McGuire. I go on for days. Bottom of the seventh, 3-1 Oakland. Come on, JP. Big swing and a miss, struck him out. Come on, JP. I put you on the thumb. You got to produce. Come on, brother. Hopefully next time up, if he gets up next time, then we can do it there. Next up, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. And we're having a pitching change to Gino. And hopefully Gino can fly away. Remember I told you we need a home run? Maybe we're going to get it right here. It has to be either from Gino, Teoscar, or Cal Raleigh, or possibly Mike Ford. We have to get the home run from somewhere here. Here, or here. I don't know about Mike Ford. I don't have a feeling with him. And I kind of feel like it could be Gino or Cal Raleigh. That's what my gut kind of makes me feel. But I don't know. Mariner Moose is not happy so far. But hopefully we can be electric and we can find a way to tie this game up. But first, it's got to come from the stud two-way player, Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, Gino. All right, let's see what we're at on the sub count. Have we hit it yet? Oh, we're at 19.9, baby. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Electric. We need 100 subs to get to 20,000. The countdown starts now. All right, let me put it here in the ticker. Hold up. Countdown to 20,000 subs. 100 to go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Countdown to 20,000, 100 to go. Thank you so much, man. It's been such a long journey. And the thing is I've hit 20,000 twice already. So I hit 20,000, and then you had people from like a raid, and then they try to look cute for the person that did the raid, and they're like, oh, well, let's get you to 20,000, like through Grossi, right? And then they stay on my channel for like a day, a couple days, a week, and then take their sub away. I don't need subs like that. You know what I mean? And then I hit it again, and then obviously had those same people do something similar. I want to be able to get to a point where we're at 20,000 and we never look back, and so we've gone like about 100 to 200 over and then 100 or 200 under. But I've also had to boot like 200 to 300 people within the last like 6 months. So if I didn't boot toxic people, we probably would be at 20,000, maybe 200 right now. But I want the peace of mind in the streams. So if someone's an asshole, I mean, I don't need money. Of course, I would love to get donations. This is my full-time job, but it's not about the, necessarily the views, the subs, the donos. It's about the connections and the legacy. Now, are subs, views, donos important? Fuck yeah, they are. But we're getting there. There we go. 100 to go, and maybe I can add to that before the game ends. We have 100 to go. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Bottom of the seventh, 3-1 A's. Oh, almost hit them. It's going to have to come out of like the 8th or the 9th inning. And again, when we get the top of the order to do well, right, like JP Crawford and with Julio, then everything kind of falls into order. But when those guys aren't playing together or they're not doing well, that's when we struggle like this. Gino with a big swing and a miss. And obviously I can already see that we're out of this inning. But I want to be able to see it with my own eyes, So obviously once we get towards the end of the game, I know when the game ends, I can see above me with the ticker, but I got to be able to see it. Everyone's got a different platform they're watching it on. Some people are streaming it. Some people are watching it on Root Sports through Xfinity. Some people are watching it on Dish and DirecTV. And a lot of people are watching it on links. And sometimes if you're on a link, it'll be 30 seconds behind. So it just happens. Three-one pitch. Wow, another pitch that should have been a walk. This ump is terrible. That's 2 bad calls. The Mariners have been robbed at the end of the inning in the 6th, and that fucking pitch right there, because it's a 3-1 count. I guarantee the inning continues, and obviously now we get out of this inning. This ump is costing us this game. There it is. Swing and a miss, strike out. God damn it. God damn it. Golly. But again, when you only have one hit, you don't deserve to win, right? The magic number, 7 to 10 hits and 5 runs. No George Kirby, right? He got pulled an hour before the game started with bubble guts. He got sick. Okay. Then 5 minutes before the game started, they pulled Julio. Maybe to give him a rest day. Dumb decision, right? Then Ty France, in the I don't know exactly what inning it was, like the third or the fourth. He had a wrist contusion. So we literally have 3 guys that we were relying on today, and we don't have them. And our pitcher that we brought in was ass, and had an ERA of 6 that we never play. So it is what it is. Yeah, rooftop. If you want to be an A-Rod guy, you could be the only A-Rod guy on planet Earth, but no one else is going to be rooting for A-Rod ever. Not here. We only talk about one Rodriguez, and that's fucking Julio. A-Rod's a bitch. All right, he went for the money and he wanted to go, and he's a cheater. Fuck that. We don't want any cheating associated with the Mariners. Anyone that cheated, glad. Yeah, you went to the Rangers, cheaters. You went to the Yankees, cheaters. That's fine. Okay, but not on the Mariners. So that's fine. Was he a good up and coming player for Seattle? Yeah, he was. But based on how he cheated and the way that he acted after he left Seattle, yeah, I got no love for that motherfucker. Fuck him. I'll represent everyone in Seattle uniform besides him. Facts. Fuck A-Rod. You're the only one on planet Earth that loves him. No one else does. He's a cheater, wanted money, right? And that's fine. We're getting our ass kicked, Rodney. I agree. Should have been Rojas in the game. And I hope you win this. That would be great. But you got to understand where we're at. It's not like we had George Kirby playing and then he gave up 3 runs and Julio's 0 for 5 right now or 0 for 4 and France is 0 for 4. It's like, everything that could go wrong in the game is going wrong. And that's why we're sitting at 1 hit right now. So, but even with that being said, with the Orioles, right? We ended up having 0 hits, 0 runs. It looked like we were going to get a no-hitter on us. And then we pulled off 6 runs in the 8th and 2 in the 9th. Yeah, we lost 9-8 to the Orioles, but we fought. But again, the lineup is completely different. Big swing and a miss. Come on, Thornton. Come on, baby. Yeah, but also too, Rooftop, you're a younger Mariner fan. You started watching when? 2001? How old are you, Rooftop? You're in your 30s? When did you actually start watching the Mariners? Like Ichiro's rookie year? And you can still have a lot of knowledge watching for 10 to 15 years or 20 years, but when you get someone that's been watching for 35 or 40, it's a little different. And the game has changed quite a bit from back in the day. Top of the 8th, 3-1 Oakland. Seth Brown, I put you on the thumb. You better not fuck us up here. You already went yard. But I'll give you a little love. Brown pops up. There we go. 2 away. All right, we got 2 chances left to tie it, to go to extra innings, because we're not going to win it in extras, or not win it in the regular. If we're going to win it, it will have to be an extra. So we have to pray that we get 1 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th, or we get a combination of that or 2, and then we tie it, go to the 10th or the 11th, and hope that we can win. I don't think we're, especially if we're, at 1 hit, someone needs a homer to at least get the momentum going. Unless we can get 3 hits in a row and get an RBI, but I don't know. We'll see. Count down to 20,000 subs. What are we at? Still 100 to go. 100 to go, baby. 100 subs to go to 20,000. Fuck. Thornton? Nice little hit there. Rooka. Pretty consistent for them. NL wild card. Phillies, Cubs, Giants, Diamondbacks, Reds, Marlins. Next up for Oakland, left fielder Tony Kemp. No relation to Sean. We got to get his ass out. Elliott in the building. What's good? Yeah. But you got to be more positive, Rooftop. You know, like I see some of your stuff on Instagram, just me being real. You hella negative, bro. You're always being negative about the Mariners. And I know you like to do hot takes and to be negative, but that's not going to be a way for you to grow on your channel if you're going to have all these negative takes about the Mariners and how shitty they are, how upset you are, how service needs to be fired. That's just my 2 cents. You got to be more positive because a lot of your shit that you got on there, you're too negative, bro. Like, yeah, there's going to be Mariner fans that agree with your negativity, but you got to bring out the positivity like Gino. You know, if we want to be able to get somewhere far, it can't be a bunch of negative talk. You know, we got to find the best in every situation. You know, you get a flat tire, it could have been two. Instead of fuck my life, you know, my life is over. You got to be more positive, bro. That's just my 2 cents. Okay. You got to be more positive. And I know part of your stuff on Instagram or Twitter or your YouTube channel or Facebook would be like hot takes, but not every hot take has to be negative. You know, sometimes you can have a positive take. You know, and like I said, do I want Dipoto and service gone? Sometimes, yeah. You know what I mean? But if you want to be able to grow appropriately, not being as negative will help you out tremendously. I don't know. Fuck, I hope so. I hope so. We'll see. What's good, Elliot? Yeah, and like I said, at this point, you know, we can't be greedy. We just have to get one, you know, and then just go from there. Even if it's only one in the eighth, and we get it to 3-2, and then try to go to 3-3. You know, there's no chance you would think that we would be able to get it to 4-3. But we said that last time, you know, against the Royals, and we ended up having that monster inning with 3 runs. And what happened? Munoz needed to get 3 outs. He couldn't do it, and then we lost 5-4. So every once in a while, we'll get that spark, but I don't feel it today. And I imagine a lot of y'all don't feel it either. So if we can just get one, you know, and then pull the Band-Aid off, we stopped bleeding. We were bleeding out, and we were at 3-0. Now it's 3-1. Let's get it to 3-2, and then anything can happen in the ninth. Or maybe we tie it 3-3, and then we try to go to extras. So good vibes only, just like Eugenio Suarez said. You know, if you're going to be negative, it never makes life good. You know, it's like having a toxic girlfriend. Hell, I had 2 of them for 15 years, 1 for 7 and 1 for 8. Now I got one that I think that I could be with forever and might be the most positive person besides myself. And I love it. You know, when you're around good, you know, positive people, positive shit happens. If you're around negative people, you're not going to have good shit happen to you. And I get it. Some of the stuff is, you know, like to have a negative feedback about the Mariners. I get it because sometimes there is negative shit to talk about. Like, what are we doing, Scott Service? I get it. But sometimes to be able to swing it, you know, a different direction where you can have that take, but also have a positive thing as like maybe a solution. You know, instead of just being like, fuck the Mariners, fuck Scott Service, fuck Dipoto, the Mariners, you know, fuck this team. What are we doing at DH? Fuck this, fuck that. That's kind of what you're doing. You know, not all your content is like that, but just some of the stuff that I've seen. So, I mean, like I said, if you want to go from 600 on YouTube to 20,000 like me, being negative like that ain't going to get you there. You know, there's already so many haters that are on planet Earth. We don't need another one, let alone a talented one like yourself with a great voice and someone that loves the Mariners as much as me. You know, I want you to succeed. And a lot of YouTubers have that ego and they don't, you know, so and I truly, genuinely want you to succeed. You got a great voice. Keep it going. Bottom of the 8th, 3-1 A's. Come on, T. Oscar. Hey, Danny boy, shut the fuck up. I'll call the game when I want to call the game. Well, that was the one comment Danny boy had. Hope it was worth it. He's like, especially the people that don't sub and they don't donate. They're always the first ones to talk shit. Like, shut the fuck up. All right. It's my channel, not yours. All right. Shut the fuck up. Don't worry about it. Go somewhere else. And now you'll have the option to do that. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 count. Come on, big dumper. Let's go. 229 average, 25 homers, 64 ribbies for big dumper Cal Raleigh. And at least he's not batting right-handed, which he is booty cheeks. Danny boy, one and done, cuzzo. Recognize who the fuck you're talking to. All right? You're talking to a grown man. You can't be fucking doing that Twitter shit. All right? Being a fucking keyboard warrior, you'll learn real fast. Popped up, 2 away. I mean, obviously everything was going against us in this game, Sour, so You know, obviously the donos are low, right? We're down 3-1. We had a shitty pitcher. At least we have a good amount of people in the room, and we have hit a good number on the sub count. We're at 100 subs to get to 20,000, so I would say that's pretty good. We've gained about 60 within about a week, which is a lot more than we had in about a month, prior to that. So I do predictions all the time. I end up doing picks, you know what I mean? But a lot of these people, they're not appreciative. I'm giving away secrets on fantasy football and doing picks, and I'm getting people that are winning money, and they're not fucking hooking me up. So why am I going to do it? Now if you're going to donate to me, and I end up helping you out winning your fantasy football league, and you win $1,000, yeah, kick down 100. Buy me a fucking an Oregon Duck hoodie or send me a bottle of liquor. That would be the right thing to do. But a lot of people are selfish as fuck. So I'll definitely help people win money on betting on DraftKings or anything else, and I do it all the time. I got ESP. I usually make ESP moments once or twice a stream, And again, I cover all 32 teams on the NFL, but I do all sports. So I feel like I'm an expert on the NFL, college football, MLB, NBA, NASCAR, NHL, and wrestling. You tell me one other YouTuber that's out there that has that much experience on all those things. You might be good on one sport, but not 5 or 6. So, you want to win money, this is where you come. That's big facts. 100 more to go. We're going to get there, dude. Yeah, but I've had people win lots, in fantasy, and they've hooked me up, where I've gotten a few $100s. There's people during fantasy football season that will pay me, $5 a week, to adjust their lineup, to find guys on the wire for them. Sometimes they'll give me 10 or 15 a week just to make sure that they make the playoffs, and I give them the best possible chance, because they know I research the league, harder than anyone. So, some people appreciate it, some people don't. I let my results speak for itself, I mean, at this point, Oakland. I mean, if we had more than goddamn one hit, I would say Mariners, but we have 2 hits. We have 2. So we're running out of time. But I mean, if we come back, it would truly be a miracle. But if someone was like betting right now, right, and you like had the Mariners or whatever, yeah, and you could actually, and now if someone homers here like Ford and it's 3-2, I'd probably tell you to cash out. Like I should have told those people in that Royals game when we were down 3-0, we got it to 3-1, and then you should have, and then we went up 4-3, and then I thought Munoz could have got the save, but he didn't. He blew it, and then I should have had people cash out. There we go, Mike Ford. There we go. I won't, bro. I won't. I've worked way too hard to let someone that won't sub, won't donate, try to order me around. You know what I mean? Like I said, I try to preserve the peacefulness, here, because honestly, I would be at probably 20 to 22,000, based off all the people that I've banned, or timed out or whatnot. But I want to make sure that we don't have a toxic room. So, bottom of the 8, 3-1 A's. Runner at first, 2 outs. Oh, here we go. Mike Ford to second. Let's go. 2 hits. Come on, Brian, get it right. We have 2. All right, but we got a guy on base now. Dom almost got hit in the face, and then the shifting of the momentum could happen right here. We could get to a point where if he gets walked or if we get hit by a pitch, we just get lucky here, and we can just find a way to continue this. And then we have Cade Marlowe up after that. You never know. I mean, it's not looking too good for the Mariners, but you never know. Nope. All right, we're going to the top of the 9th. All right, so we have one miracle where we're going to have to try to get 2 runs, and we can't let them score any, and we have to try to get it to extras. The chances of that happening, realistically, probably 2%. It's not looking good, but let me see who we would have up next. So if we don't make any changes to the lineup, it would be Cade Marlowe, Jose Caballero, which I would sub out for Rojas, and then J.P. Crawford. So not very ideal. And then knowing Scott Service, he's already like, what's for dinner? So it'll go Cade Marlowe, and then Jose and JP, and the game will probably be over. Unless we can get incredibly lucky where maybe Cade can get like a double or a homer to kind of set us off. And then if that happens, Jose and JP will feed off that momentum. But if we don't get a Cade Marlowe home run, solo dinger to make it 3-2 in the ninth, then it's probably done. But you never know. Simple with a dollar. I appreciate you. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, $1 holla. Who's your favorite player? Let me know, and I'll throw up a photo for you. I appreciate you. Very, very much. Simple with his first dono to me. Appreciate you, brother. And every dollar counts. Some people think, dollar doesn't matter. It all adds up, especially if I'm doing this full time. It takes me an hour usually to set up the channel with a thumbnail and the pregame and the photos. Then I'm streaming for usually about 3 to 4. So, when you're doing this full time, every dollar counts. Sauciedo's in, so we might be fucked. I mean, it hasn't been good. Weaver, ass. Campbell, ass. Brash, I like him. Thornton, I like him. Sauciedo, ass. It's not ideal. Not ideal at all. I know. I don't think we've ever been this low of a dono mark at this point of a stream in a long fucking time. But at least we're getting bodies in the room, and we've been getting subs. So hopefully we'll get someone like Cyberpunk to come in the room and to be able to hit us, to the finish line. But I'll take it. We ended up getting like 15 subs tonight, so it's worth it. Let's get the 50 likes. Let them know. And that's why I need the mods to step up like this. Elliot, Shepard, Sarah, I need the mods to be consistently working the room, while we have the people in the room. It should be a no-brainer. Let them know. Broken bat. Little flip to first. One away. Well, I don't want to be a smartass, Justin, but there is a scoreboard right above my head. And a lot of times people bitched and complained because I had the scoreboard in the ticker down below. So, I mean, I guess, unless, you got an eye patch on, and can't see the score is 3-1. Not trying to be an asshole or whatnot, but it's kind of weird for people to ask me what the score is when it's clearly on the screen. Now, when I didn't have a scoreboard, it was in the ticker, and people were lazy and they didn't want to look in the ticker. That's one thing. All right, but all you got to do is open the eyes, and it's right there, 3-1, right above my head, and where it will be for the rest of my life. I mean, unless you're watching my streams with your eyes closed and just listening to me, which some people might do. 2 away. Oh, there you go. See, now I got an explanation. You're driving. Now I look like the asshole. But I've had a lot of people be like, what's the score? But there you go. And you might be just listening to me and driving, or you might be watching and not wanting to crash your car. And get off your phone if you're driving. Come on, Justin. Let them know. Oh, boy, getting a DUI listening to NWSF. I need to know the score of the Mariner game. Let them know, Elliot. Drinking and driving, nah. YouTube and driving. There we go. All right, here we go, Mariners. Oh, we got 3 outs to go. Let them know, Elliot. Okay, out of the 42 people in the room, I love you. People on Twitter that are watching and on YouTube, we're at 19,902, 98 to go, so I can update the ticker. Thank you so much. Let's go. 98 subs to go to 20,000. And once I get to that number, I may do a giveaway. I've done jersey giveaways or T-shirt giveaways or slide giveaways, things like that before. Chain giveaways. But once we get to 20,000, I will do a giveaway of some kind. It kind of depends on what we get on donos and where I'm at, But of course, if I'm sitting at like $4 in donos, what do you want me to do? You want me to give you a Tootsie Roll or a Tootsie Pop? I got to be able to get the representation on my end. So hopefully we end up getting some heavy hitters to come through to save the day. But even if they don't, and if it ends up being a lower dono day, I'll take it for gaining, 20 plus subs in this stream alone, which is very, very good. Oh, we got another one, 19,903, 97 to go. There we go. Let's keep adding. 97 to go. Habib. He said, Mariners fucked up my whole life. Well, you have to look at the circumstances. George Kirby, one of the best pitchers in the American League and Major League Baseball, right? He had the bubble guts and like shit himself, right? Couldn't play. They pulled him with about an hour before the game. I wasn't expecting that. Then 5 minutes before the game, we get another surprise. Julio's taking the day off. What? And then 3 innings into the game, Ty France gets an injury to his wrist. He's out of the game. No one could predict that, So we'll see. Now we're down to our last 3. 7 more likes to 50, and that will help us with the algorithm as well. So if you haven't liked the video, like the fucking video. Sub to the fucking channel. Help your boy out. Let's go. And again, I don't only do baseball. I do baseball, basketball, football, college football and college basketball, hockey, NASCAR, AEW, WWE. We do it all, baby. Let them know, Elliot. I appreciate you. That's why we need you and Sarah and anyone else, because obviously we don't see Jameson that often anymore, but hopefully he'll be back. But like I said, that's what I need the mods to do. Like it should be like an unspoken thing. If I'm doing the game and I'm grinding, I can't be saying like, sub, donate to the channel, like the fucking video 100 times in the stream. So I appreciate that. I don't do motocross, but I have gone to the motocross championships in Washington, and I fucking love it. It's in Washougal. I like ATVs and four-wheelers, and I think motocross is dope. I have a couple friends that do it, not professionally, but, they're into it. Sometimes I have one guy that will, try to go to like those tournaments and whatnot, but he's not like nationally ranked. And I got a couple other buddies that ride like in the mountains, but then they're not like professional, No, if the Mariners lose, no, they will not unsubscribe. We're going to keep the subscribes. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. I'm doing that. Like I said, this is my full-time job. It took me 10 years to get to this point. Yeah, Washougal is sick. And so obviously, if I'm a fake motherfucker, then I wouldn't know that shit. I'd be just like talking to talk, but I don't lie here. I just keep it real. I keep it 100. Struck him out. Dylan Moore. Fuck out of here. What do I think about Bray Wyatt? It's the saddest shit ever. I think it's the biggest, dropping of the bag of all time. It's the most unique character since The Undertaker. And if he didn't wear his mask, that prevented him from breathing, and then he just died way too young. One of my favorites in WWE. All right, Cade Marlowe. And I don't know why they, obviously, for Dom and whatnot, but fuck. Should have did Rojas instead of Caballero today, but again, we're not very good. Now we need a homer. Come on, Cade. We need you desperately. Big swing and a miss. And then they're going to bring in Rojas, I would assume. If I was managing and I called Scott up, I would be like, you're going to put in Rojas, and you should have put him in about 2 innings ago, idiot. 1-2 count. No, Cade ain't going to do it. I can already tell at this at-bat, he ain't going to do it. Like I said, he's been swinging way too early. There's too much pressure. It's going to come down to probably Rojas here at the end. And we don't deserve to win this game. What a shame. If Julio would have just simply played, maybe we would have won. And if Ty France didn't get hurt. But having Kirby, Julio, and France out of the lineup at the last second, that fucked us. And having a shitty-ass pitcher. Pitch is high, 2-2 count. But, yeah, he's out. I can already tell Cade is fucked here. And I do appreciate that very, very much, man. MSU, Detroit fan, what's good, brother? Yeah, I actually did an event with a model that, she let me work that Washougal event. Really cute blonde. This was like many years ago. And I was like, I'm not a model. But she's like, just come with me and they'll give you a job. And I'm like, what am I doing there at the Washougal motocross championships? She's like, you're going to be driving, brand new Toyotas, and you're just going to be carpooling people from the bottom to the top. And I just did that. And I got paid $30 an hour, and I got to watch the event for free. Big swing and a miss. Got him. He said, oh, boy wants to be a mod. Bad, he says. $2 holla. Your boy Simple in the building. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. Hey, a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. $2 holla. Thank you, man. I'm almost up to maybe a McNugget meal at this point. And sometimes we'll hit 100 to 1,300. Sometimes it'll be under 100. But I do appreciate every dollar and every person that's willing to do what you do. Thank you, Simple. Appreciate you, brother. Oh, look who it is. Josh Rojas. Fuck, I should be managing the Mariners. Should have never started Caballero. That was a stupid-ass thing to do. Rojas has been much better. Jose hit the bench. Biatch. Should have been fucking Rojas from the beginning. When I saw the lineup, I already was scratching my head. I was like, why is Jose playing? Why? I get it if you're playing over Colton Wong, which was the wrong move, but not with Rojas. He's been much better. 0-2 pitch. Come on, Josh. Good eye. 1-2 count. $650, which is kind of an odd number. Maybe that's why we're at that. But we have gained a shitload of subs today, so I'll take that. And then hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better. And then I'll be doing the game tomorrow, which starts, I thought, at 1:10, but then the commercial said 12:30. Unless that's just like coverage. I'm going to check real quick. All right, game on tomorrow is at 1:10. So maybe the coverage of the game starts. So I'll be live at 1 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow for the last game of the set. 1-2 pitch to Rojas. Blooper. Drop. Yes. Scott Service, you're a fucking idiot, man. Should have fucking started Rojas, and what could have happened? All right. Next up, J.P. Crawford. And who did I put on the thumb? J.P. Crawford. Coincidence? I think not. One guy on the left homered. One guy has a chance to be the hero. Be the hero. Could you imagine if JP homers and then we go into extras? Oh, JP! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. You have to believe. That's a part about being a Mariner fan. I've only had 4 good years out of 35. You have to believe and you have to talk it into existence. Let's fucking go. And what the sad thing is this would have been next up to win the game. Who would it have been? Julio Rodriguez. Now we have to settle for Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, Gino. Could you imagine if he hits a homer here and we win the game? I don't even need a homer. I just want us to go to extras. Let's go. I mean, realistically, there's a high probability that we lose, but you never know. At least we're fighting, and that will carry over into tomorrow, even if we lose this game. Come on, Gino. Go out of play, please. Jesus Christ. Why are you swinging at that? Thank God that went out of play. Fuck. I was saying, we would have ended the game right there. I would have been so pissed. 6 more likes to 50. And again, we only need a few more subs to get to 20,000. So if you're in the room and want to help out your boy, we got a couple more. 96 to go. 96 to go to hit 20,000. Thank you for all the people that are in the room watching and on Twitter. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is high. Could we get a walk here and then go bases loaded and then tie it up? Because we are one of the best teams in Major League Baseball with the bases loaded. Us and the Dodgers. Fuck. Well, there's the game. 1-2 count. Fuck. Well, Suarez struck out looking, and I'll see it here in just a second. Fuck. Well, we wanted someone to be the hero, and if it was maybe Julio, maybe we end up, being a hero. But let me see it. Let me see the strikeout. Bottom of the ninth, 1-2 pitch. Takes a ball. And if Gino wasn't greedy, and if he would have been able to take the walk here, then maybe we would have been able to catch up. Bottom of the ninth, 3-1 A's. 2 outs, 2-2 count, runner at second and third. 2-2 pitch. Dribbler, foul, and then I assume the next pitch will be the strikeout. Oh, Mariners. At least we'll be able to come back tomorrow and we'll have a better team than we did today. And we got Bryce Miller on the mound. right? Not some bullshit motherfucker from the Reds, Weaver. That was just terrible. All right, here we go. Bottom of the ninth, 3-1. Runners at second and third. 2-2 pitch to Eugenio Suarez, who's 0 for 4. Fuck my life. Make it 0 for 5. Fouled off. Still 2-2 count. Yeah. Well, it also doesn't help when you have guys go out of the lineup an hour before the game, and it fucks up the whole rotation. No Julio, no Kirby, no Ty France. I mean, how are you supposed to win? Even against the A's, you got to take that in consideration too. And there's the strikeout. Game is over. Son of a bitch. And it was Julio Pop night, and they didn't even have him play. Scott Service, idiot. Oh, brutal, brutal, brutal. But thank you to everyone that came in and commented, everyone that shared, everyone that donated. And we're only 96 subs away from 20,000. So hopefully we can get there, sometime, within the next week or two. But I appreciate you guys very, very much. And again, I will be live tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific time for the A's and the Mariners. And we got Bryce Miller on the mound tomorrow. So we're going to win tomorrow, baby. So appreciate everyone that liked, subbed, donated, commented. I love you guys and I appreciate you. Everyone on Twitter that's watching as well. X, if you want to call it Twitter or X, or as well as on here. I love you and I appreciate you. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.